on Eclipsed Hearts.
Last night was so lovely. Thanks for coming out, everybody. I hope everyone made it home safely. But we have work to do. And things we need to talk about now.
You head down to Professor Velcrust's office. Can I help you all?
We're looking for study buddies. Or maybe even a place to study. Do you have anything like that?
We know that some of them, they've joined the revolution.
The place that she was talking about was a cave. Just so happens it's the cave that Jason died in. Andromeda went to that cave. After everything that happened with Colette and Agent Storm. And she was gone by the time I got there. That's not all that was in the cave. Jason was too. But it wasn't Jason. It was the Blight. Assuming his form. Talking to me like a real person.
I don't want to do this again. Even if the consequences weren't what they were, I don't want to keep doing this.
I don't know. Like, the power of friendship might not work, but we're gonna kill a motherfucker, and like, I just think we're a lot stronger together. I think we're on to something. We have the nerd boy. Like, we're real close now. We're real close, and I think we're a lot farther because of that.
Maybe that's why it said it. It's acting defensively. Maybe it knows that it's different this time. It was just trying to turn us against each other.
Tell me something, Desi. What Agent Storm told us about the Blight, I think you don't agree with her at all, right?
I haven't really tested her claims, but I don't know. To me, it just doesn't sound feasible.
In a weird way, I feel like it would make sense. We are the reason it exists. And that's why she wanted to... I don't think her methods, and there might be some missing links in what she was trying to figure out. And I don't think her methods were right. But it kind of makes sense in a way as to why it is like the way it is. It's like it's connected to us, and the reason we have to consume the hearts, like we are connected to it one way or another. What if we're connected to it because we are its source?
Y'all would see Freya take a step out, and then her shadow jumps up into a gigantic fucking maw, and it just eats her before completely dissipating from bottom up. And that's where the extra doggo shadows kind of pull away.
Fuck.
As you are about to attack, you see for a moment your eyes deceive you, and instead of this little blighted in front of you, you see your friend, but twisted. And it turns, and as you're about to attack this thing, you hesitate for a moment as this awful, twisted creature taunts you.
Evangeline, you've done so well bringing them to me. Is this what you want? My blighted heart.
You begin tearing into this blighted, which it flashes, and for a second, again, it's not Jason, it's the hulking figure you saw before. But as it goes down, you all see not this as Watchdog is tearing into it. You see this as Watchdog is tearing in.
Oh
and
my
it begins ripping Jason
Oh no.
to pieces.
Desi, help! What's going on? I'm so. It hurts so much. Desi, help me! Ah!
No, wait.
Get over it. And I'm just gonna rip the head right off with Watchdog's thing. Watchdog's bare fucking hands.
Devour as much as you need, my little children. You will need it in the upcoming fights.
You will discover when you get back, and you might even hear this out in the wilderness where you are, several explosions in the city as she has attached many of the centers of commerce in the city, the ASA headquarters, and you learn that several wealthy people in the city have been assassinated.
Oh, shit.
You also learn that the fence around the city was also destroyed in an explosion. As when you come back to the city, you see the smoking rubble of a skyline and the fences all crumbled or fallen, and there's nothing to stop people from leaving the city.
Just when I thought, finally, one of you makes sense. You took 2 seconds to take your fucking head out of your ass and actually looked around, you'd realize that actually, yes, the Blight is the problem. You are a part of that problem, and that whatever you're doing here is so wrong. It doesn't help anyone because there will be nothing left afterwards. You're going full scorched earth, and there isn't an earth left.
You started going in the direction of home, but wondering all the while, like, what does it matter if it's all going to be over anyway?
Where are you going, Desi? The friends need you. You left them all alone once again, did you not?
Fuck off.
What's wrong?
You clearly want something from me, given that you apparently want me to keep jumping, and I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna rip your fucking head off for what you did to me.
I'm so glad that you said that. We can then finish the cosmic dance that we are entwined together.
We head for the sky, it's alright. Our wings wouldn't fly, it's alright. If we are crashing down again, pieces of love, it's alright. Scattered in mud, it's alright. You're giving me a lie again. And tell me what you want, this time I won't take it to the heart, 'cause I know we won't make it out. I've heard it all before. Yeah, tell me what you want, let me hear that I'm the only one. You know that we won't make it out. We've heard it all before. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright, so let's move on. 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 It's alright, so let's move on.
Sorry, yes.
Hey everyone! Welcome to the finale. Thank you for joining us. We're going to have a wonderful, awe-inspiring, heart-wrenching, but hopefully happy ending this episode. But I don't know what's going to happen. It's kind of up to me, but not really. And just a few announcements before we get started. First off, I just want to say thank you all for... I'm going to thank the players first, and then also thank the audience for buying into this show. Haven't done anything like it. It's been a lot of fun. It is very unusual for an actual play, but this has been a joy. And I just want to thank you all for watching during this season. And I hope you all have enjoyed it as much as I have enjoyed running it and playing in it. Next, please join our Discord, discord.gg/magirpg. It is the best place to find out everything that is going on with us and talking with the cast. And you will find out about all the new things we are doing. And speaking of new things that we are doing, I believe I fixed this for today. Yes. So we have, oh, sorry, Chris, I didn't have room for you on this screen, but you're still there. We have Still Grey starting this week in 2 days on Thursday, run by Arcane Adam.
Thursday.
It's going to be a great show, horror themed, pretty uncanny, going to be very, very cool. But also, we have a new show being DM'd by Mandy, Slime Quest, which is a game run
logo.
in Quest RPG with some newcomers on the channel and some old faves that you have grown accustomed to. It's going to be
Yes.
a lot of fun.
Aki is an old fave now.
Yeah, Aki is an old fave now.
Welcome.
I don't want to spoil this at all, but this is a very creative premise for a campaign that came out of, I think, the cast just being unhinged one night, and well done to all of you. Very, very awesome game. So this is going to be a lot of fun starting in a few weeks, and we still have some more show announcements coming soon. Maybe by the time Slime Quest starts, we'll be ready to talk about our third new game that's starting, if not the end of April, then soon after. We're cooking over here, and the cooking is getting good. So
we might have two announcements.
we might have two announcements,
and they're
by
both
then.
returning shows, so
Yeah.
that can kind of help you figure out. 'Cause
Yes.
there's really only two
Yeah.
returning
So
shows.
we have
now.
3 new announcements actually. So yeah, it's gonna
or
we're-
three returning shows. So it's literally the only shows we have.
Whatever could be returning.
Whatever could be returning. And then lastly, if you have enjoyed the shows on this channel, including this one, please nominate us for the Crit Awards. ! Crit will tell you all about that. If you think it is appropriate, we want people to enjoy more of our awesome stories, and this is one of the ways that we can do that outside of our little social media, Twitch, YouTube bubble. There's a lot of people in the TTRPG space that have never heard of us and have never seen a show, and we would like them to find out about it. Oh, sorry, that wasn't final. And last thing, thank you all for your tips and donations so far. It has been wonderful. If you would like to continue and impact the game, please continue to do so. It has been wonderful. It goes towards our artwork. Momobee has done the art for this show. Mandy and Momo have done artwork for other shows upcoming. You didn't get to see the artwork on those posters, but there's more wonderful artwork in those shows that have been worked on. So if you would like to support Art Fund and Production Fund, please do so. The other thing is it goes towards the music that you have grown accustomed to. There's a wonderful sound library that we use that is incredible, that I found all of the music that you hear in the show in, and it goes towards that too. Okay, I think that's everything. You all ready?
As ready
I
as
am.
you can be.
Okay.
And I'm ready as well.
Oh my god.
Let's fuck the Blight.
The only way.
You all,
Oh.
the Blight
Oh,
is
that
marching
mic was on.
towards the city. The city is in a state of complete panic and disarray. And you have
With this music.
maybe less than a day before shit starts kicking off. Time to say goodbyes, time to make some last minute preparations, time to cry in the corner. What do you all want to do to prepare for the end days?
I love the vibing. I love the vibe music. This is
No takers? No takers? I mean, we could get straight to you being crushed if you want to.
No.
Maybe I do want that.
Oh,
Consent is key,
that kind of show
everyone.
now.
I know what I want to do.
I know what I would do. I think eventually, well, you all think. I think eventually, Des would make it home and see her parents and make sure they have like an escape plan or something. I assume this is like before we see giant blighted Jason
Yes.
marching towards the city.
Correct.
So yeah, I would definitely like. We don't have to roleplay it out. I would, unless you want to. I would definitely
No,
go
it's
see my
okay.
parents and make sure they're good.
You do, and they have run to one of the many emergency shelters in the city that have popped up as the government tries to keep things under control, or the illusion of control anyway, as they're trying to shield people. Many of the burn crews have just left, and the blight is seeping its little tendrils and spores into every corner of society, and your parents are safe for now. How long that will last, who's to say?
Okay. What's everybody else doing?
I want to get, I'm preparing for the end. No, I want to get my last minute, like, studying, research of this thing.
The world's about to end. But you are studying an important thing. So.
Knowing is
Yes.
half the battle.
It
half
is
the
half the battle, and this is the last chance that we get to do this.
Thank
and
you, Ollie.
Thank
4
you,
dice
Ollie.
for the group.
Yay!
What is
Oh,
it?
got a
What is it for
dice.
the group?
4 dice for the group, so I think we each get 1.
Correct.
Little dice
Except for
action.
Chrysler.
Except for Chrysler. None for Chrysler.
I mentioned
your
this to
actions
the cast,
Yeah.
but the blight doesn't
doesn't-
need to roll. So
The
don't
BBEG
need-
doesn't roll dice.
You don't need to give the
No
BBEG dice.
We've given Chris endless power. Nothing will go wrong.
What kind of preparations do you want to do, Celeste? You're trying to get the last few things of research done?
Yes.
Anything that might help you?
Yes.
What blanks do you want to try to fill in?
Why plant life?
Oh my, I'm so glad you asked.
Why? That is like the one thing I can't figure out. Like, honestly, at this point, if the theory that we are making the blight stronger is true, you know what? I'm ready to say that theory could potentially be correct. But I don't understand. Is it growing through the plant life? Is that also what's spreading? Like, is it like almost like the host for it, and we have to remove all plant life to remove the blight? This is like I need to figure it out.
I'm so glad. This is going to be an 8-tick clock. How are you going to How are you going to research this for flavor? What would Celeste set off to do here?
It's these, like, this is the last time I have some of these leaves. I have things that I've gathered. This may be the last time that I have the opportunity to have them be with them. I think back to that very first time Jason and I went to the edge of the city and we collected those leaves, and I don't know. I don't even know if I can go there anymore because, like, the city's in peril. But, like, if I can go there and just see if there's anything else I can glean, that's what I'm thinking of right now. I don't know what this means. I don't know. Frank's thinking, and Chris is smiling.
I guess.
I don't know.
I guess
Oh,
this
like,
sounds
give me
like
a minute.
analyzing.
Yeah. I think it is an analyze.
Do you have any
honestly.
bonuses for investigating or analyzing? I don't think you do.
Nope, you have an extra dice thanks to Holly.
I do have an extra dice.
You could use
Thanks
it
to
now if you
Holly.
wanted.
I could use it
Or
now.
you could push yourself if you want.
Or I could. Honestly, I have no stress right now, which is
Oh, actually.
Oh, we have to
pause,
roll-
Pause.
Fuck.
Thank
Fuck.
you.
shit.
No.
I was almost a terrible GM.
We have to roll.
Please roll
No.
obligation,
We have to
everyone.
roll our goddamn.
I got no obligations in life anymore.
No, you definitely do. We're just
Oh, I
skipping
have
past some of them.
And of course, I rolled 2 1s.
No way. Did you really?
I did. I am not joking. But I've rolled so good on every other obligation roll where I never
Yeah,
get
it's true.
stressed.
Take 5 stress, Celes.
No. Are you?
1,
Wha-
2,
oh.
3, 4, 5. I'm still good. I have not gotten to Eclipse yet.
She was
I'm
not
so
stressed at all.
scared. I'm so fucking scared, mate.
The wrong button again.
I'm scared.
How many stress do I get for a 4?
2.
And okay.
No, no! I rolled
Oh
a
my
2.
God, we're
Take
all rolling
4
like
stress, Evangeline.
I'm okay though. I'm not close. I'm good. I'm halfway there. I'm good. I'm all right.
You know, it makes
I'm
sense, to
good.
be honest.
It makes sense. Your last episode, you should be stressed. I think.
Oh yeah.
Especially when
The city is
A
falling
giant-
apart.
a giant kaiju titan blight monster is marching towards the city.
Aki/Freya, what is your obligation roll?
Okay, so is that what?
Your lowest
What's that
attribute,
then?
if they are the same, then you get
They're
to
all the
pick.
You just
Yeah.
pick one.
Then you pick one.
Was stars personable ones, like with about people, or was that moon?
Give me a second. I will look it up for you.
Moon is despair and heartbreak.
Thank
Stars
you.
is panic and social pressure, and sun
Yeah.
is consequences from violence and fear.
Okay, I was correct. I'm gonna roll stars, and I did roll a 5,
Take
which
one
is
stress.
great because I shouldn't be taking too much stress.
Oh yeah, you're gonna die.
Freya's
I
gonna
will
just
die.
fucking die.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
'cause I'm a good. Is this?
Oh my God.
How does this tracker work if I am Eclipse though? Because it goes back. to
Now you
zero.
count up instead of counting
You-
down.
Oh.
Well, okay, I don't know how to track that.
So it just, if you click it again, it should work. Yeah. So just unclick it like that exactly.
Okay. Oh, so I can. I
So
would
when
just
you
count
get
down.
to 0 stress, you will
You're
die.
dead.
I see. Alrighty. Low stakes. High stakes.
Your day is very stressful as you are checking on your families, checking on your loved ones, some of which are each other, dodging falling buildings, decaying buildings, hysteria, people trying to rob you and mug you, people, in Evangeline's case, like, are you going to protect the city? Like, expecting things from her when she's just trying to keep her head down, but she's one of the most famous people, so just all the expectations. It's not a good time. You're all having a really bad time. All right, Celeste, roll your
Yeah.
analyze.
I'm gonna add Holly's roll.
Okay. So
Or
is that,
die.
is that 3D for you or just 2?
I think that's 3 for me.
Wait, how many pips do you have in analyze?
I only have 1. I thought I had 2.
I thought you had 2 also. Am I
What the
wrong?
I'm giving myself 2. I literally just leveled up
Me.
last
Me too.
session.
I thought you had 2, but I.
All right, I'm yeah.
All right.
All right. Transcendent, no. Did it give me an extra die? Did it give me the option? Oh, there, bonus dice 1.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I rolled at least a 6 on that.
At least.
A 6 and a 5 and a 3.
Okay.
Yo!
So that is 4 ticks. Okay. You go there and you think, why are plants doing this? Why is it like this? why is something so beautiful that we respect and love so much that we have turned into the enemy? It doesn't make sense, because I thought that, you know, we had adapted society this way so that nature could flourish. I thought that, like, we were living this way on purpose, and the only reason that we retreated back into our cities was because the Blight happened and just started taking over everything. It doesn't add up. This doesn't actually make any sense. That why, when nature is dominating the world, why is the Blight, which essentially is just coming from plants and fungus, just becoming sentient, intelligent, violent? It doesn't track. And the epiphany that you come from this is something about the stories you were told, the history that you know to be true, the way that societies were founded. There is a lie there. Something about what you were told, the story of how you got here, and I will tell the players, something that I gave you in the briefing document about the world is a lie.
You've
Go
lied
back.
to me.
Go back. Look at the document.
And now you
You've
know
lied!
something is wrong and was not correct.
I can't believe you've done this.
Something is a lie.
Something fundamental about the things that you thought you knew about the world, your society, and Polaris is not true. It's the only thing that makes sense.
What?
And you will have to further analyze to find out what that is with the remaining 4 ticks on the clock. And you have help, as you have companions who maybe can help you with that before the end.
Yeah.
The end, TM.
I go back.
TM.
I go back, or I go to my friends, or I will like to regroup with my friends
Okay.
at some point.
You can regroup whenever. Timey-wimey.
Everyone, I know what we're about to get into is a lot, but before we do this, I really want us to think about this. We need to know what we're going up against, and I feel like we're so close. Something we know, something they taught us in the books, is a lie. Something about why the thing that nature, the reason it's all been destroyed, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to connect the pieces, but I'm missing something. And I feel like if we could know, it could help us understand our enemy better. But I'm not sure.
Okay, so I guess we need to think about what we know. She's doing a little thinking face.
Strive us out of despair. Something unknown, ancient people. Heroes fall into the... I don't know. I don't know what it is.
GM, I also don't have access to this doc anymore.
Really?
Really?
Please to share. I do not have.
Nani? While I do that, continue speaking.
Well,
Keep
what
going.
do we know
I
for
got it.
sure?
Those
What are
names
you
wrong.
certain in?
What am I certain in? I am certain. Me thinking, I don't know what I'm 100%
Yeah,
certain.
what is Celeste sure of? So I'm not. So Eva's not questioning that. Is there anything we're certain of? I guess it's okay if there's not.
I will say my theories I feel very strongly about. And I can't say they are for certain, but I will say that I do believe that we are connected to the Blight. That we may potentially be the cause of it. Much to what our no longer with us Agent Storm told us. I think she was right. But maybe it's because of the stones we consume, the stones that we consumed. Maybe that's how we got connected to it. But I do think we are essentially causing it to be here still. So I can't say that is for certain, but I do think we are connected to it more than we realize, unfortunately.
We as in humanity, or we as in gem holders?
Gem holders.
So is it your... Oh, go ahead, Desi.
I was going to say, can I use Oracle to like delve into this more?
Let me think. Let me read Oracle again.
You can perceive the myriad timelines leading from past to future. When you gather info, gain +1 effect level. If it relates to your fated person, which technically it does, take 1 + 1d as well.
It's not.
Which one of your questions would you ask that would be applicable here?
What really happened here?
Oh. Gather information. Roll it.
Okay. I forget. What am I rolling? Analyze?
I think analyze makes sense because it's an intellectual question. And then you'll get, is it plus effect or plus a die for Oracle? Plus effect.
So it's plus effect, but if it's related to my fated person, which I have several. Which
you also take 1d. Yeah, so you get
it
a
all
d
affects
also.
us. Do I get +1d?
You do.
Aha!
Rules is written.
That was terrible. Guess who got 2 1s?
Brother.
Oh,
Oof.
shit.
You got extra
Bro,
die.
Well, you do
you
get
got that D.
+1 effect, so you get 1 question and a follow-up. So your question is, what really happened here?
Switching out my dice. Fuck those dice.
Okay. And I get to give a true yet ambiguous answer.
Fucker.
I'm so mad.
I didn't make the dice.
It's all your fault.
Information is never hidden to protect people, and it wasn't hidden to protect people in this case. It was done. It was used to hide the truth.
It was used to hide the truth. It was used to hide... Information was used to hide the truth.
What is your follow-up question?
It was used to hide the truth. I know.
What do I remember about information I discovered in past timelines, or what do I remember about things that are different in past timelines in terms of like the world and how I perceive the world, or information I know to be true about the world? Like there
As
have
it
to be-
applies to this,
as it applies to this, like specifically
the one
this.
thing that is always consistent is that people in power have always done the right thing.
That sounds like a lie.
Well,
Yeah. The right thing.
what's the right thing?
Okay.
I think the leap forward is wrong.
Hmm.
Is this something we could figure
The
out? The
leap
only
forward.
You
yeah.
can. Would any of
The-
you like to analyze to do so?
Me.
Yeah?
Please.
Roll it.
What the fuck am I rolling?
Analyze.
Analyze.
Okay.
Mark said, me, I don't know what I'm rolling for, but I'm gonna roll it.
4. I get a 4.
Oh, nice.
So that is 3 ticks. So you have 1 tick left.
Shit.
I'm gonna say, does anyone want to finish the last tick so that I can do this grand reveal at once?
I mean, I'm more than happy to.
Well, you don't even need to roll because even if you fail, it'll still finish it. But do you want to roll anyway for dramatic effect, Ava?
Oh, what if
Yeah,
you
I
get a
love
six?
to roll.
Yeah.
I love to roll for dramatic effect.
What if you get a 6?
What if she gets a 6?
Yeah.
Then
what
you
do
should
we
tell us
get?
how to defeat the Blight. Just straight up.
Yeah. You tell us how to win the game.
Oh!
Oh, you got fucking 6!
Just saying, it was a 6 and a 5. Oh wait, take the lower of the 2.
Why does it say take the lower of the 2?
Because you were rolling.
Was it
Oh.
limited? Was it still limited?
Oh, because
effect?
effect limited. I think that's why.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if the effect is limited though. For this stuff.
Alright.
All right.
Well, whatever. I got a 5 then. I got a 5 and a 6. That's what I rolled.
You all get out your blight samples that you have previously, and you looking at those under microscopes in the labs at school that are still there and intact because it's near the center of the city. And as you're doing that, the leaf falls out of Celeste's book. The leaf that she picked with Jason. And just on a whim, you decide to look under the microscope at the leaf. And you compare. And you look. And you run tests, and it takes hours. But you're smart kids. And genetically, physiologically, chemically, this is the wrong music for this.
Genetically, physiologically,
They're
it is
similar.
the wrong music. Jesus.
Okay.
The leaf is showing signs, similar signs to being blighted. And that's when it hits you what's wrong. Good job, Aki. You're a great detective. You were always taught that things were separated into city-states because when the soul stones were discovered, there was a war that quickly died out. And you were told that before that, in response to global warming, the governments of the world got together. Technology, science, and the adults in the room prevailed. And there was a very peaceful transition to efficient energy. And the world was better off for it. And you realize the Blight is not alien. The Blight is not some supernatural force, though maybe it is now. This isn't magic. This is evolution. The Blight is nature's adaptation. Because you realize the lie was that people in power always do the right thing. No, there was no peaceful reconciliation. There was no gradual transition to green power. There was no higher level governments coming together to solve problems. Global warming was ignored. Climate change was ignored. The race to the top continued, just like in our world. And the peaceful transition to green power only came after the Blight started. The Blight is nature's retribution for the sins of mankind. And for right or for wrong, it's come to take the planet back. And maybe that is what Agent Storm meant.
So, it's not just us. It was, I forget who said this, all of humanity. It's not just us.
Not just gem holders.
But the question that you asked was why plants? If you want the answer to what do the gems have to do with any of this, that's another question. And if you'd like to spend the time to find out, I'm sure that maybe you could come to that conclusion too. Who knows?
Wait, how many ticks is that, though? We're running out of time.
That's a 6 ticker.
I figured out the first time. Let's figure it out the second time. Let's do it.
No.
Who's doing
6.
it? 6?
Oh.
6.
Aki said I'm going in.
Look, I was like mostly throwing. I was prepared for something low, but I forgot I'm using the moon bunny dice. The moon bunny dice. I've never seen 1 or 2 on the moon bunny.
So you have all used one downtime on research, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So this would be our last set, essentially.
You guys are all in a group doing this, right? And you're just literally sitting here thinking, researching, searching the net,
Braining.
everything. Brain dumping. Orion's writing on the freaking walls.
Yes. Oh,
Yes.
love. So cute.
You do kind of feed on the Blight, don't you? You consume its heart for energy. But what happens? You remember when Colette died? And she turned to dust and her gem was gone? Do you remember what happened to Andromeda when she died and she turned to dust and her gem was
alright.
gone?
Yeah, all right.
Do you remember Agent Storm? Same thing.
Yeah.
And do you also remember that the gems always come back 6 months to 1 year later?
Please don't tell me we're recycling.
It's what it seems like, doesn't it? Would anyone like to complete the clock?
Yeah. Yeah. I want to complete the clock.
Yeah.
You gotta get a. Oh
What
no!
am I rolling? What
Oh
am I
no!
rolling?
Analyze, but I think you fill it in no matter what because a fail is a 2 in this system.
I didn't roll anything yet.
No, but no
I
matter
rolled a
what,
6.
she rolled
Oh.
a 6, so that's 4 out of 6. So no matter what you roll, it's gonna finish it. But would you like to roll anyway for dramatic effect?
Yeah. Why not? I got a 5.
Nice. Oh, good roll.
Bodies don't just disintegrate when they die. Sure, there's something magical about the gems. But you're so tired, you use up all this power fighting the Blight, you absorb power, and then when you die, you turn to dust. Yeah, you do feed on the Blight, but it also is feeding on you. And you remember how a few years ago the Blight didn't talk? A few years before that, the Blight didn't have a personality. Now the Blight has turned into some Machiavellian villain. Every single time one of you dies
It's
or
adapting.
gives in to despair, it's taking parts of you and adapting and evolving and adapting and evolving and getting stronger. And it's putting the gems out there. It's a symbiotic relationship. It gives you power that you will grow to give back to it so that it can get stronger and stronger and stronger.
We can't die. Because if we die, we make it stronger.
Yeah.
If you die, you make it stronger.
We need to.
Well, if it dies, do we die?
Eh,
Oh,
'cause
no!
I think we're an
Aki!
extension of the Blight now, girlie.
Aki!
I don't
You
know
asked
if
the hard question.
you can
It's
test that
symbiotic.
theory.
If you
And-
only had more downtimes.
We do.
Well, there's literally only one way to test that theory.
Yeah.
Yeah. this
Yeah.
is true.
Our game theory. Oh. Our Blight theory.
And I believe you all can have an in-character conversation about this now.
Dude,
As I have given you all the information on how to defeat this thing, or what it is, and why it is. And now you all have to decide what to do about that.
Fuck.
yeah. Fuck.
Desi already was not okay. So this is just, yeah, I think she's just being quiet for the moment. Whatever you guys want to do.
We're the reason it's still alive.
Yeah.
It needs us, and we need it.
I have a feeling it doesn't need us as much as we need it.
So you think if we actually do get rid of it, we're gonna go with it too?
Probably.
Or we get rid of ourselves, so it will vanish.
I don't know that that's how it works. There's still plenty of gems.
Yeah.
And as long as they keep people alive.
Yeah, we would have to get rid of all of the gems, and we
It's
don't have that.
intelligent. It's intelligent now. It can strategize, it can antagonize, it can get
Yep.
into your mind and make you doubt yourself.
Did we mess up? Did we do this? Did we figure this out too late? And now it's smart? And now it's powerful? If we had figured this out weeks, months, years ago, before it changed and developed.
Nah. Okay, I'm gonna say some shit, but I promise it gets somewhere.
Okay.
So when I was younger, I used to be really proud of my parents' job. I used to brag about it actually, and even get into fights.
Hmm.
Both of my parents are burn crew. And I thought they were so cool because they're out on the front lines actually doing something. I used to get into fights. at school too, like fistfights. But when they heard what I was doing, they would get so mad at me. My parents sat me down one night and made me do statistics on morality rates of the burn crew. Do you know how many burn crew make it to their 30s? 17%. And do you know how many burn crew get to start a family? 7%. And the percentage drops by 3% for every child they have. So in my family, that went from 7, 4 to 1. Do you know how many children with 2 or more burn crew parents get to be where I am now? Less than 1. And I am less than 1%. And I have no idea if this is going to mean anything. But your Blight didn't get a personality until I guess it ate Jason. And if it takes one of us to die for it to absorb, what if it absorbs the good parts? The parts that don't want this. The rest of this, all of this. What if it's just one? I'm gonna look at Des and go, I'm not in any of your other timelines. Not like this.
Not like this, no.
I think I'm your one.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you're right.
I mean, we're gonna find out one way, right? Actually doing it and see what happens.
Yeah.
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 Sure. You can't just sit around, that's for sure.
No. Do we have a... Should we start coming up with a plan of what to do?
Yeah.
I don't really know what the plan is. We just...
I think we gotta save as many people as we can.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna jump in its mouth.
You're gonna jump in its mouth?
I'm gonna jump in its mouth and see what else it gets.
You're gonna jump in its bucket.
You're gonna let it consume you.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Just straight up off the bat.
If it gets something from us. If it learns something from us.
Freya, if you are one of the strongest of us, if it consumes you and gets that much stronger, even if it gets the good parts of you, it's...
Yeah, but what if that changes its mind? First and foremost, I protect people. What if that's what it wants to do?
You might be right. It didn't kill me when it could. Maybe.
I'm not gonna give it much of a choice, but that's also a good part about me, I think. I don't know. Let's just hope it doesn't get my stubbornness.
I hope not.
considering
Though-
that's the basis of your personality.
No, I think that's definitely it's definitely a primary, but not the one.
I don't know how I feel about this, Freya.
I already made you a promise.
Yeah, and I don't know how this fulfills that promise. Not in the way we talked about.
Well, it always ended with me going.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this.
I don't know either.
If you got any other ideas, I'm all
I'm looking
ears.
at Leona during this conversation. Like, I'm peeking. I'm looking.
And I apologize to the GM. I was giving you PC's room to speak. Leona would say, I don't know if that's the solution here. You're just going to kill yourself hoping that it absorbs the good parts of you? Aren't the people it's already absorbed good people too?
I mean,
Well, how did they die?
It's how they died, maybe.
I'm not about to lose myself to any hope or despair. My life is depressing enough. That bitch blew up my neighborhood.
yeah, but
If
we can rebuild. How about we try that as a last resort, not the first plan?
I'm comfortable.
Because if your theory is correct, then it has all the good that Jason had. He had a lot of it.
He did.
I think it just needs a reminder.
Maybe he does.
And this is me being as hopeful as fucking possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the other part's really bleak, and I mean, I don't mind killing this thing. I just don't want to do any more collateral damage that dumb bitch over there has already done. And I keep pointing directly at her. I don't even know if she's here. I just
Just pointing in random directions,
where I think she is.
underground somewhere.
Oh.
our terrorist, yeah.
Maybe also if we have time.
Freedom
whole-
Fire.
Fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we have time.
The whole reason we got into this problem is because we hid history. I don't know if we'll make it, but if the people we protect do, if there's a way we can let people know, I
You're
don't
right.
know, get on to the intercoms or something, let
You're
people
right.
know what they're fighting against if we don't make it.
No, Eva, you're so right. This is your talent. You're the one that gets the crowds, the masses, the people. You rally them with your voice. We need to get you somewhere on the intercoms, and you need to be the one to tell them.
Yeah, but you two are much more scientifically minded than I am. And
No.
she kind of points to you and Orion.
They need to hear it from you. They love you.
At least tell me what to say.
I'll give you a little script.
Yeah.
A script would be appreciated, but I just... So
Those
people
stupid
know.
intercoms that we always hear.
A script would be great. Just so whoever does make it,
As a
they
friendly
have...
I'm just trolling you. I'm just trolling you. I'm just trolling you. I'm just trolling you.
As a friendly reminder.
These motherfuckers. Just so whoever does make it, they have something to work with. You know, history repeats itself. We should learn from our mistakes instead of hide them. Right?
What if we can do that? And we should. But maybe also put it in writing somewhere in case the broadcast gets cut.
Yeah.
Looks at Celes and Orion like, I assume you have notes between the two of you?
Oh yeah, I've got notes.
All right, get ready to leak it on the internet and print it out.
Do we
and
still
Make
print it
physical
out.
copies too?
Do we still have internet? This whole city is kind of fucked right now.
Yeah, that's a
Copier?
good point. I mean, we all have cell phones, so
It's spotty, but currently still working. And you see Orion has like giant heaping notebooks with him. And a giant backpack with notes in it. He is well armed.
as he looks at phone for the first time.
Oh, please disregard the frightening messages I've sent you.
What?
Never mind. Just delete the messages I sent you. Ignore them.
Ignore. Hands Eva phone.
Her delete. Deletes messages about her saying, "I love you. Also, I'm going with Daft Punk who's putting a bag over my head." Daft Punk is putting a bag over my head and taking me somewhere. I love you. Delete.
You never said it. You didn't say those words.
Nope, they were never said. She hands it back. There you
How
go.
much did you send me? Why are you deleting so much stuff? Don't delete my games. I want to play those later.
Not her games.
In in the
I had to play Minesweeper.
the scorched earth of the world. We at least have
My games.
our mobile games. Yes.
Not the mobile game.
I love
Andy.
support mobile games.
When the world is ash and dust, Candy Crush
Orion
survives.
looks up.
Don't delete Bejeweled.
If-
You're right.
If you need, security's pretty bad right now because the city is in a state of disrepair. I could probably get you access to the PAs.
I think that's a good idea.
That would be best.
Do you know what you want to say to the people?
Not really. I'm thinking about it.
Does he look
Okay.
at his phone like, what did you delete?
What are the things I need to say? She
We
pulls out a
need-
little notebook.
We need to tell them that.
Ignore my typing noises. I'm typing.
Oh God. We need to tell them that the thing that's attacking them, that they've been lied to, the history books, everything that they know about keeping us safe is wrong. Really, this all stemmed from years ago. Humanity ignored the cries of Earth. And now Earth is fighting back. That's very dramatic, but I guess we should probably
No.
be...
No, it should. We should make it. Yeah, no, that's really good. You see her typing this out.
Write that down. Write that down.
Write that down.
But more specifically, I guess we should really explain that. Would like the terms like global warming make sense
Yeah.
in the world? Okay.
Oh, actually, hang on. Let me think. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think not to everyone, but to enough people. Yes.
Like maybe we could just say like years ago when the Earth was like melting due to man-made things and stuff like that. We said we were gonna try to make it better, and we didn't.
Those.
Okay, yeah, but what does all of this lead to besides something that I feel like once you say the first part, they can figure out themselves?
You're right. Do we tell them about like who we are? I mean, at this point, we could just tell the world that there are people who consume these hearts and get powers, and if any of the if like we are the people that need to stop it. and also the people that bring it to life, I guess. But
So you want to withhold information from the people, just like how the government did? That was
no.
because that's exactly what
No.
if you tell the people, you got to tell them everything, and then afterwards it will without a this is how we fix it. You don't inspire hope.
No, you're right.
Then we should announce ourselves as the solution. So what should we call ourselves? Like gem holders or something cuter? For the speech. What do we
What does your speech lead to? What does it lead to? What is the solution?
I don't know if it's necessarily a solution. It's more just providing information in the hope that our actual history gets passed down to those who survive.
Do you think they're gonna survive if we go?
There's always a chance.
There's a chance.
You have to give hope a chance, says Leona.
That's all we
Alright.
have left is hope.
All right.
What about like the jewel guardians, the gem guardians?
The Gem Guardians. Hey,
We as gem guardians.
Ooh.
We as gem guardians.
She's speech right now.
Yeah, she is. She's typing away on her phone. Like, I just want to make sure I get it right. This could be the last public speech I ever do. It probably is. Okay. These gem guardians can combat this blight to protect you.
PowerPoint time.
These gem guardians can combat this blight to protect the populace.
As you
We
all
are
are
all-
having this discussion, you notice power starts flickering around the city.
Oh
Don't
gosh.
like that. Okay, maybe, all right, I need help editing my speech. Okay, this is
Who's
what I have.
copywriter?
Orion says, "No time. We gotta go. We're losing the grid."
Oh shit.
Okay.
You've got this, Eva.
Okay.
He hands you a microphone.
Now?
Oh gosh.
She covers the mic. She knows.
Now?
Oh my
Thank
Hey,
you,
thanks for the
C+.
raid.
Thanks
Welcome
for
in.
Welcome.
We are in our
everybody.
season
It's about
finale.
to go down.
It's
So
about to go
Go
down.
down.
We're about to have some
you
kaiju
arrived at the
battles.
right time. Yeah, kaiju battles, magical girls, beaches,
say?
end of the world,
As usual.
as usual. Just another
Okay.
day on that JRPG.
Orion looks at you. Ava, you can do this.
Okay, I'm ready. Hello, everyone. Polaris.
And you hear this echoing over loudspeakers all over the city.
She's doing it. She's
It's-
doing it.
History as we know it has been a lie. We've been lied to by those in power. We've ignored the cries of the earth, and she gives Celeste a smile. And now it has evolved to fight back, something we've all been fighting this whole time. Years ago, when the earth was heating due to our own stupidity and I'm trying not to ramble. We don't have much time. Nature is fighting back. Our history's been hidden from us, and now it's not too late. The people that the ASA has told you to fear, us, the Gem Guardians. That's what we call ourselves. We're here to combat the Blight and protect you all. If you see any of us, please. She looks absolutely distraught, and I wanted to give this speech because I don't want to lose Polaris. I don't want to lose any of you. None of us do. And there's still hope. We've messed up in the past. But together, we can make these choices for ourselves now. The people in power don't control what we do. And we're gonna fight this with everything we can. All of us, together. And I hope that for those who don't make it, that those who do, you carry this with you. And you pass this history on so we don't make these mistakes again. And I hope I get to see you all at the end of it. Thanks for listening to me one last time. And she'll turn it off.
Right in the nick of time, right as you finish, and our song finishes. Sorry, you might hear my baby in the background. That's okay. Mm-hmm. The lights and the power all over the city cuts, and you hear a different voice over the loudspeaker.
Oh no.
Typical humanity, groveling on your knees at the moment of your darkness. Too late, little human. For I have come to reclaim the land that you fruitfully harvested. Give up, for evolution has gone above you finally. Those that willingly submit will have a place on the new Earth. In time, you will meet your ultimate maker.
And panic in the streets.
Oh, God.
And you see, coming over the rubble of the city skyline, is Kaiju Jason walking towards you. Which, Raiders, you probably haven't seen this wonderful artwork made by Momo. Stomping, walking towards the city. And with him, swarms of flying creatures, corrupted birds, creatures of the night. On the ground, giant insects skittering, the miasma growing thick, clouds darkening overhead. And anyone left on the streets immediately getting driven underground.
And you see him drop to one knee, which, you know, is strange, and to one of the biggest blight beasts you have ever seen. He simply caresses its vines and...
Andromeda, they want to take our love away. Show them the meaning of logic and evolution.
Damn.
Oh, fuck.
You're gonna make us fight?
I'm feeling aggressive.
I'm feeling murderous.
I'm feeling aggressive right now. Feeling feral.
It's feral night.
It's feral
DM,
night.
get ready.
It's feral night.
Shall we go to the engagement roll?
Me
yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
All right, roll those goddamn lunar bunny dice.
No, Moon Bunny!
It'll be...
No, Moon Bunny!
It's... Go ahead.
Find my soul gems, my seeds of life. Name them, bring them to me. Anyone else, consume them and return them to the dirt.
And that'll be 1D for your engagement roll.
Only one? 1D is all we need.
Yes.
Only one?
Only
Guess
one.
what? Okay, everybody, blow a kiss
Moon
to the
Bunny!
Moon Bunny dice. Blow a kiss, damn it.
We
Go, Moon Bunny
see Moon
dice.
Bunny.
Fucking
We believe.
We
Putting
believe.
it to the world, everybody. Just give me the energy. Come on.
Give the energy.
Like Goku collecting it all.
Oh my God.
Take my energy, not my rares.
Have it be done.
Okay, I want to look.
I'm scared.
I don't fucking look.
Look.
5.
Okay. Oh, that's a
Risky
good roll.
starting position.
Oof.
And
Alright.
I'm
before we go, I think we should take a 10-minute break. And when we return, the girls and Polaris will get to see their fate. Don't go anywhere, everyone. We will be right back.
sweating. Nut snack here.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back. We are getting to the final countdown. Do a few announcements before we get into it. First thing, we have 2 new shows that are starting very, very soon that you all should know about. We talked about them at the beginning of the show, but in case you weren't here, oh my god, I lost my scene. We have Slime Quest, which is DM'd by Mandy, who is currently, she's still AFK. It's okay, she'll be back. And some of the cast that you've come to know and newcomers. That is going to be incredibly wild and awesome, and basically started as a joke between the cast during session 0. And they were like, let's just commit to the bit for the whole series, and it's great. It's awesome, and the artwork is so beautiful. Can't wait for you all to see that. And then Still Gray, which happens in 2 days. DM'd by Adam. This is going to be spooky, so if you've missed some of the spooky games on the channel, I hope this will scratch your ass. Hi, Adam is in the chat right now. Yes, so
Oh my god, there's the GM. There's the GM.
he's
Oh my
hard at
gosh.
work, and he's been
Fucking
prepping for
Adam is
over a
here.
year on this campaign. So I hope that you all like it. I am going to be watching every minute of it. And then we kind of teased this a little bit earlier, but we have a few different campaigns that will be announced very, very soon. Some returning, some new ones. All told, we have 3 or 4 campaigns cooking right now, so it's going to be a good time. And we have now fixed the tip command. Thank you, everyone who told us how broken it was, and we could actually get it fixed. Sorry, I just got totally distracted for a
Hey.
second. Wow, thank you, Holly.
Thank you, Holly.
Wow, thanks, Holly.
And please nominate us for the Crit Awards if you so desire. It will help more people find out about the shows, which is what we care about more than anything. If we win the award, whatever. Yeah, but if it'll let people know more about the stories that we're telling, which all of us are super passionate about, that is a good thing. So please nominate so that more people can join our awesome community and enjoy the awesome games that we're trying to put on. And join our Discord, discord.gg/MagicRPG, so that you can discuss with us all about the game. I am actually looking forward to finally, now that basically almost all the reveals have happened, talking about this game with you all, as this game has been red-threaded a bunch.
Whoa,
Wow.
6 dice for the party. Thank you so much, Twitch Purple Bee.
Brian.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
No,
you.
it was
Dice.
The Blight thanks you.
The Blight thanks you.
Oh my god.
The
What
Blight
was
abides.
Thank you
Holly's?
what
What was
was
Holly's?
Holly was
photo?
4 dice again, so
Oh my God.
Yay.
same as before.
Wow,
And
you
then if
you
we-
guys are geared out for this.
And then if we want to write down what Bry said, virtual Bry.
What did Bryce say?
What did Bry say? I missed it.
What
I
did
missed
the Brian?
6 dice for the group.
Okay.
6 dice for the group.
So we have
So you
10.
have 10 minus
That's
plus
not-
the ones
plus
we
another
had
3.
previously.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
13
We've
currently.
13.
Alrighty then.
We got 13D, baby.
Yes, if you donate, the Blight will thank you.
Oh my god.
I need
Wait,
you to
hold
know
up.
that I didn't originally hear 6.
Yeah. Anyway,
I was
speak-
very confused as to why the Blight was thanking you for those particular types of dice.
Listen, this is not Blades in the Dark. We need to calm down.
hey,
Well,
lock it up.
This is not the
Lock it
party
up.
campaign. Lock it
Lock
up.
it up.
Can't lock it up. I'm feeling oiled up.
My
as the kids
cheeks
say.
are literally
Stop it.
out.
Stop it. You cannot continue break conversations into the show, okay? This
Yeah,
is
cut
a
it
violation of church and state right here. Anyway,
This is
you all
not
have
the
a
house
giant
of God.
kaiju coming towards you and a anthropomorphic blight version of Andromeda. You have rolled 5 on the engagement roll, a partial success. Now, what is your approach is the last thing. Stealth? Guns blazing? Going to make a argument or a plea? How are you approaching?
I feel like we're not stealthy at this point.
My
You
I
could
took
be
a
stealthy.
special ability specifically for this fight that is not stealthy. So,
What is it?
What is it?
Do it.
the ability is called Powerful Presence. When you transcend, your scale increases, and your effect level changes accordingly where size is a factor. I also kaiju.
Oh shit!
You know, it's so
Let's
funny.
go!
When I looked at this playbook, I was like, huh, I don't think I'm ever gonna need to be like a giant woman. And now here I am.
But wait.
A giant woman.
Yeah. All I want to do is see you turn into a giant woman.
I
All
can
right.
literally do that now.
You have Kaiju Ava as you transcend
I
and
can
turn into
also-
this towering figure. So you're just going in.
Well, not
guns
yet. I gotta
blazing.
describe how I'm gonna do it.
Okay, do it.
Game says size matters, chat.
Yeah. Well,
Size King Des! Confirmed!
The
Look,
floor is
I'm
yours,
just
Ava.
The allegations,
okay.
Mandy.
So if we're all kind of like stanced up, she's just gonna. Okay, I've been working on a trick. I have no idea if it's gonna work though. 1 minute. We're transcending now, right?
I guess it's time.
Okay. I'll hold this as long as I can. And little music notes will flutter around her. And she will glow very brightly. And she will try and she'll match her size to Jason's. And then kind of just look down.
Square up.
I think it worked!
Yeah, dude.
Desi just like,
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
She could
my
crush
girlfriend. My girlfriend could crush me. Just what I've always wanted.
Finally, my dreams.
And
Plan? Shouting down.
well,
Go.
transcend time.
everyone transcending.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Transcendence.
Ooh. Let's go.
Everyone transcends. And you're getting in there. Oh, wait. I forgot. We have.
Eclipsed.
We got a boohoo bitch in this party.
Yeah, we do got a boohoo bitch.
As Ava is squaring up with Jason, towering over the
Literally Ava
decrepit
now.
ruins of the city,
That's music.
you three are being swarmed by blighted creatures. And they will probably engulf you at any moment. And this is the last I will control the Blight. Jason, Stormbeard, what does the Blight do to our heroes?
Like I said, maim them, rip them limb from limb, but keep them alive.
You are all ensnared as all of these creatures jump on you and restrain you. You can accept that consequence, or you can resist it. The choice is yours. Everyone except for Kaiju Ava, who is too big to be swarmed by all of these creatures.
Yeah, I'm going for Big Papa.
I will resist.
Okay.
So
you know what you're resisting, it would be tier 2 harm, or tier 2 harm. Level 2 harm
yeah.
restrained.
Fuck that.
So
yeah.
you can resist if you would like.
So damn it, I should have asked you about this sooner. I have a transcendent ability called Clock Stopper.
Uh-huh.
And it says if there's ever a question of who acts first, it's you.
Mm-hmm.
But then it also says once permission, when the director advances a clock, you can say no and the clock doesn't advance. Is it only about the clocks, or is it I can act first?
No, you can act first whenever. So what would you like to do to act first?
I'm gonna fuck these blighted up.
All right.
Fuck them up, honey.
Describe what you were doing.
So I am going to. I want to temporarily, like, there's probably statues in the city, right?
Yeah.
I want to animate them to fuck up the blight.
You want to create a bunch of statue soldiers for you.
Yep. We're defying reality. It's the finale. Can I defy for that?
This doesn't
I
feel
love
like
that.
defy to me. This feels more like... Flow or empathize?
Flow's fine.
Okay. I'm
Cool,
gonna
I'm
say
gonna
that
use one
this
of my happy
is
dice.
risky and limited.
Limited.
This is a very powerful thing you are doing.
It's the last episode.
That doesn't change the rules.
Yeah, it does.
I'm a fucking time traveler. I do what I want.
Risky and limited. You can push yourself to have it be risky standard instead, or take a worse position to have greater effect if you would like.
Can I help?
Or you can take a poison promise.
Can I help?
What kind of poison promise you got from me? Poison? What you got? I'll hear what you have to say.
Ooh. I've got it. Someone close to you will fall to the blight.
Just like every other timeline. Alright, let's do it.
So you get 2 extra D, I believe, because you have...
I get 2?
I believe one of your series abilities is you get 2. When you take a poison promise, you get 2 instead, or am I wrong? Did I get that wrong? I'm pretty sure
I
you
think
took that
that's-
one.
I don't have that.
I think that's Freya or somebody. Was
No,
it
I
that
think that's your
Freya's?
series ability. I'm pretty sure.
Hold on. Oh wait, no, it's not in the book, is it?
It's
No, it's
not.
in the
It's on that little
playbook.
sheet. It's that little sheet.
Where's the sheet?
I
It should
got
be
it.
pinned.
You know what? The GM says I get 2 extra die. I'm gonna add another
I'm
one.
double checking,
Yeah,
but
you know
I'm pretty
what?
sure.
Who gives a shit?
We
Yeah.
did. No, we
Oh no, you
definitely
don't.
have-
You do not have bitter embrace. I lied. So it is just 1D. Okay.
We
Damn
had
it.
to look.
Damn it.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still gonna give myself 1, so I get 1 extra 1. You're saying because I took
Yes.
the poison promise.
Yes.
And I'm gonna use another one, so it's 4 dice.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right, I got a 6.
How many statues are you
Yes.
animating?
Just like whatever is nearby to like reduce some of the swarming that's
And
happening to
okay, I
us.
got you. So you animate this plaza statue that was a water fountain at some point, but in the horrible disrepair of the city, it is no longer a water fountain. But you animate it, it stands up, and it starts batting at the blight around you. And that is going to save you all from being totally restrained. Instead, they are just going to encircle you, making it very hard for you to get much progress. But good call, you acted first, and you have this guardian swatting the swarms of the blighted as they're coming at you and trying to help batter them around as they're coming to you. That is going to help, but it is not a silver bullet, as they are going to continue trying to overwhelm you. Would anyone else like to do something, as the first barrage has been somewhat thwarted? And make sure you mark off your transcendent abilities.
Already did.
I feel like I'm just going to. So we're not being held back by this blight now.
No,
Blighted
not
now. Okay,
currently.
so, I think we should support. We should support Symphony. And like, while she's kind of fighting the big bad, we fight the things around it, like Andromeda.
Okay. How are you going to try to keep them all busy? Or are you just going to defend her, basically, and keep the smaller ones off of her?
I feel like I'm just gonna, I'm gonna square up against the smaller ones, and try to fight, even if it has to be the one, that he called Andromeda. I think I want to go for that one.
To me, this seems like perceive, yes?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
So I'm going to say risky and great effect.
Hey. Alrighty. Could use a bonus now. Hold on to the dice. Oh, let's go. 6, baby.
Let's go.
Remember this for you,
So it's-
Momo. Your next action will have +1 effect, as you have time and a window in
Okay.
order to act. Celes, Prismara has set you up. Anyone else doing anything? And so you all know, I am going to try to do this, and in so much as possible, try to do rounds, because otherwise Forged in the Dark combat just breaks down without it. So giving everyone a chance to go before the Blight gets to try to fuck you up again. Otherwise, if you don't want to do anything and you're just holding and waiting, that's cool too.
I would like my next action to aid whatever Symphony needs to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you just
And I
want to
do
assist
have-
Symphony.
Yes, because Symphony is a kaiju. Basically, I want Symphony to be Godzilla, and I can be Mothra for a little bit.
Yeah!
Oh.
Oh my god, be my baby girl mom.
So you understand what I mean by supporting here. But also, I do have the ability 2 steps ahead, so I won't take any stress when I assist Symphony. Yeah, so that's what I plan to do.
Okay, Symphony, what are you doing?
Okay. I think. Sorry, I've looked and checked. I'm thinking. I gotta musically flavor this, and I've got a fun idea. Especially if the girlies are setting me up. So, I'm gonna keep within, like, eyesight of Jason. I mean, obviously, I think that would be hard to not do right now. But, like, a good skyscraper's distance between us,
Okay.
for reference.
Okay.
And I would like to, and this is gonna be kind of a big combo move,
move, so it may take some piecing out. I would like to pull from underneath, like, my skirts, a violin.
Okay.
And I would like to essentially, like, because I associate her with classical music, everyone. I thought about, like, a cool guitar, but she's a classical girl. And I think she's gonna, those, I wish I knew the name of this sound that a violin makes, but the very sharp, almost like makes you crunch a little bit when you hear it, those very stark noises that a violin can make. And I want them to almost make little sound waves that attack, that, like, physically hurt him.
Oh.
And I'm thinking, in combo with this, it would be really cool. Is, you know how Prismara has the little, like, I think of them as little, like, star shurikens, but they're actual little stars. If they could kind of implant them, like, follow behind the violin's notes, as that, like, almost in an arcing motion. So you get, like, the little star shurikens.
Sailor Moon comboing right now?
Truly, like, comboing. And then I think, on top of that, maybe perhaps...
Mayhaps.
I'm trying to weave... How many effects can I get into an attack? I want cool combo attacks, okay? I think that's sick. Do you think Freya's puppers could bark at a frequency that follows behind?
Oh, absolutely. I
Like
think
howling behind or something?
Howl? Like,
Yeah.
put a howl behind it?
I think
we're
when
going
you-
sound-based, right?
We are going sound based. I think I am helping you. That was
Yeah.
my action, right? And I think if you ask for it or whatnot, I have Eclipsed. Freya she has in the art she has 2 doggos plus monstrous JJ. I think the 2 doggos become maybe 3 or 4 doggos now, because they are mostly shadow based. And you've got yourself a nice little pack of howl barking. Whatever they do, it's nasty. But like
Yeah.
it's that little growl that you need. Like
Little
when-
demonic howling behind it.
yeah.
So the symphony that I assume is not very symphonic at all, actually, is
Yeah, this sounds
that-
discordant to me.
It is like probably a very disgusting noise that has taken form between them, of the sharp noises of a violin, the whistling, like the high-pitched whistling of like a shooting star, and like the demonic howls. Those are the noises that I'm picturing are taking physical form, and they're coming in an arc.
Okay.
Like, whoosh.
You guys have a lot of setup. So I'm going to say that this is risky, but it's going to be extreme effects.
Is that including my +1 effect from previous?
That's including your +1 effect from previous.
Okay. Can I say this is flow?
This definitely sounds like flow.
The flow of sound, one might say.
Yes, it sounds exactly like it.
I will use one of my extra D as well.
Okay.
Okay, my position is
Risky.
risky.
And the effect,
but
you can
it
put
is-
great, but it's going to be extreme.
Bry's yelling at you to use dice.
I am. I'm submitting it.
By the way, are you all okay if I limit the amount of bonus die you can use from this pool to 1 per roll, as that makes the most sense to me? But I want
I'm
to
just
confirm
using
that that
one.
is okay. I mean, for any 1 roll. Are you all
Yeah,
okay with
I think
that?
that's
I would,
fair.
s-
One
I
at
would
a
say
time.
they don't, stack.
Like, you're
Yeah,
like,
so
I'm going to
I'm using
use 8 dice for this
Use
roll or
5
something.
die. Yeah. No, I'll
Okay.
use one.
Okay,
That's fair.
go ahead.
Okay. All right.
What was it?
I have a 5, a 4, and a 1.
Partial success. Wonderful. Mr. Blight, seeing all of this happen, you have a moment to reply as this giant sound wave is coming at you. What do you do to reply to this as this is coming towards you?
As I see on.
So I can describe without, yeah. As
I see.
as the Blight sees her pull out this violin, he raises up an arm and a rapier out of vines forms in his hand. But as she pulls the bow on the violin, he brings the rapier down and it undulates down and it slices through the violin and the notes to try to stop it before it gets played.
Okay. So the Blight, as described, tries to, not able to stop it from going as it hits. But then as it goes through, that's right, Eli. It goes through the violin and sticks you in the chest. So I need you to first take level 2 harm, stabbed in the chest. But the effect on Blight Jason is enormous as recoils back and the sound overwhelming his senses as it is horrible and awful.
Why do you defend the people that despise you, Evangeline?
And I'm going to fill in some ticks on the clock.
The clock?
Yeah, there's 2 clocks for this fight, actually. Wait, is that enough ticks? No, it needs more ticks. There we go.
No comment.
But he looks shaken and slightly incapacitated, but very much still on his feet.
Yeah.
Blight, what is your next move?
I will, seeing this rapier cut through the violin, ultimately in the wound there's going to be remnants of the blight, and Jason will pull a mushroom off of his back and smash it in between his hands as he pulls out spores and sends them into the wound.
Okay.
You know,
Would you like to tell or whisper me what these spores do, Mr. Blighted?
Uh-oh. He's cooking.
he's cooking! He's cooking with gas. He's cooking with gas, everyone.
Ah, yes. Wonderful. Excellent. Symphony,
Yes! Hi!
please, I'm going to describe a situation to you, and please tell me if you would like to resist it.
Okay! Sure!
You want to submit to your master, the Blight, as these spores enter your body. You want nothing more than to be a part of him. You think that their cause is righteous. It's the right thing. Humanity should burn. And you have the overwhelming desire to help him kill your friends and the city. Would you like to resist that?
I have
Yeah.
watchful. I have watchful. May I protect?
Yes, you always can. How would you protect them in this instance narratively? Because that is always the thing.
When I first made this character like this, I didn't expect eating to always be the answer. I would like to eat the spores. I would like the doggos to
Munch,
get
munch,
to the
munch, munch.
spores first and just straight up eat them so they don't ever touch. They don't reach. Eva.
Okay, you have to make a resistance to, and I believe this is not gonna, give me a sec, because this is gonna be a different resistance than you normally would do.
It says just one. I take an extra 1d to a resistance roll.
No, I know, but I'm looking up the type of resistance.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be moon.
Moon.
Resist with moon.
It's 2 pips all over the place. I will also say, actually no, I won't, because what if I just what if I crit this, right? Yeah, what if I crit this? Like, I can be fine. 4.
So take 2 stress. And this was extreme, and you don't feel the same compulsion, but it takes everything in you as you eat these spores. Thank you. Just everyone. I'm trying to encourage him to talk, so I'm not going to tell him to stop talking because he's 2 years and 4 months. So I apologize,
Let him cook.
I'm letting him
Let
cook.
him cook.
I'm sorry for the immersion breaking slightly. You have JJ.
That's just the little blightlings on the streets.
You have JJ. You have JJ devour these spores instead. And they manage to absorb them, but the effect isn't completely lost as JJ is becoming wild, unhinged, and starts to break off slightly from your control. And I need you to take level 1 harm, mentally overwhelmed. No, level 2 harm, mentally overwhelmed. As you try to fight to control your doggos.
I also have you don't feel it, so it's always reduced.
Yeah,
by
so
1.
you're only gonna take the effects of level 1 harm. But yeah, you jump up Ava's leg, and go and intercept these spores, like you're running up a wall, and take it. What would the rest of you like to do, having seen all this happen?
Why, Freya? Why do you defend a city that puts you into the dirt? Why do you defend those that treat you so poorly? In my future, there will be no caste, there will be no hierarchy. The rich will be eaten, and the poor will be eaten, but there will be no separate burn crews or slums or any of the sort. You defend people that lower you, Freya.
You don't even know how to make good points. You just sound like that dumb terrorist bitch. The world doesn't heal by killing a large amount of people.
That's exactly how it heals. The humans worry about extinction of flora and fauna. That is how the Earth heals, is by mass extinction. Ask Celes. Open a book, Freya.
You're not as smart as you think you are.
And so you all know, those of you on the ground, the blighted creatures are breaking through the golem's defenses. It'll be able to hold off for a little bit more time, but you will get overwhelmed again soon. So you know, what do you all want to do?
Burley's go first.
Is there anybody else around?
Any other people like you?
Yes.
We're our friends. What are they doing?
I have not forgotten, but they are not here.
Okay.
Well,
Valid. I'm just. I want to test. I want to experiment.
Oh.
What do you want to experiment with?
Uh,
Oh, sorry. Do
I
you
don't-
mean Leona and Orion?
No. Well, yes. But I was actually just saying, like, also, yeah, like other gem guardians. If they've answered the call, you know?
Got it. Okay.
Because I kind of want to see, like, I'm not saying this is the right thing, but, like, see, like, if they die, like, what happens?
I see.
See one of them die.
No, I did not. That's Tracy. I'm sorry. That is not
Love.
Celeste.
Look, it's not a bad idea though. But we don't want it to be Orion or Leona.
I need to test. I need to test something on him.
There's
Okay,
lots
somebody
you
else
could
go up.
test. There's lots of logical things. You guys have a few theories you haven't tested yet, so you know, many things you could try.
Okay, somebody else go. I need to cook.
I also need to cook. I don't know what to do.
Okay, I can go. Or well. Freya's like chilling on your leg, Ava.
You can
and I
stay
think-
on my leg, girl.
I think no, I want to talk to you real quick.
Then climb on up here.
Yeah, I'm gonna Naruto run all the way up there.
Oh, okay.
And when I'm like, I guess on your
Get on my
shoulder,
shoulder,
so
yeah.
and I'm by your ear, I'm going to I'm gonna this is, I can't believe I'm fucking saying this. What? Jason's your friend, right? Like, you still consider Jason your friend.
Wait, yeah. Raises an arm up to walk something.
All right, you're like the goodest good I've got right now. Do you believe in the power of love and friendship?
No, you're right. It wants to drive us to despair. It wants us to feel sorrow. We can't let it. It wants to poison our hearts. We can't let it.
Still not hearing the girlies say that.
You are a giant woman. There's already half of this population's already down for you. You've got our attention. Do you think you can make a gigantic concert and just power us with goddamn love and friendship? I want to see what happens here.
You want me to sing?
I want you to sing. I want you to twerk. I want you to
Freya?
do fucking anything.
Freya,
As long as it
and
inspires some hoes.
Well,
you're right.
okay. I can do that.
And even twerk, or is it like the white girl chicken bone thing?
I was gonna, like twirl around.
Is it you know?
She could do a little shimmy. She got the titty for it.
You definitely got a titty for it. There's-
No, but she will upon you saying that, she will actually, I might need something harder than that, Frank. I'll manifest an electric guitar.
Okay.
Frank quickly on epidemic sounds.
I'm like, sure.
Electric guitar.
Hang on. Let's see. Shit.
I'm about to start playing some like Avenged Sevenfold. Don't mind me.
Let's go.
Let's go, Eva.
Let's go, Eva.
I don't have much rock on this soundboard. Continue.
Oh my
though.
god, I just realized it would truly just be like baby metal. That would be the genre she's going for.
Yes.
you
She's essentially, we're doing Kingslayer, okay?
Ooh,
fucking
Bring Your
love
Horizon is coming
Kingslayer.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get Orion on a mic, okay? He can be but truly Kingslayer baby metal and Bring Me the Horizon energy. That is the song that I'm thinking we're playing. Those are vibes.
And what are you trying to do with these vibes?
Because that's still like an inspiring song, but it is amped up, dude. Like when I hear it, I want to fight.
So you're just trying to inspire the city to fight back.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think so.
Don't give in
hope
to
alive.
despair. Keep hope alive.
We're keeping hope alive.
So she will manifest that electric guitar, and I imagine it's pretty amplified, so she doesn't need much in the way of that. How big do you want it? Celeste, can you make like stage effects?
You got
Shoot
it.
off some sparklers or something.
I'm gonna
little stars.
I'm jubileeing up in here. I'm gonna just make some fireworks.
Yeah,
Ooh,
this
this
is the
is
music
good.
vibes. These are the
This is
music
good.
vibes. Oh my god. This is perfect music. And I will have these just on top of that. Each, I feel like, I know typically fretted, like, when a note, am I correct? When it's fretted, it increases tension and therefore the sound is a little sharper on a guitar. My limited knowledge of guitars.
Okay. Okay.
So my thinking is I'm still getting off those sharper notes that are kind of coming off in waves towards the Blight.
Okay.
So this isn't just a performance, this is still an attack.
Okay. I'm gonna say. Do you have anything that amplify? Let me see. I need to look at your sheet. A moment.
I do have a special ability.
Yeah.
When you lead a group action or receive an assist while transcended, you briefly incorporate others into your harmony, which is kind of what we're doing.
Oh.
You may roll the highest action rating among all participants instead of your own.
Does anyone have 3 pips in something?
Yes.
What do you have 3 pips in?
Does it have to be one of the thingies?
It would have to be one single action rating, so one of the 9. I think the most anyone has is 2.
Yeah, I have a lot of pips and stars, but...
Oh no, it's you actually. You have 3 pips in flow.
Oh, okay.
So it is you, literally. I'm going to say that this is risky and great effect.
Okay. Oh yeah. But it's I've got level 2 harm. It's gonna be a -1d. I may use a D.
You can use a D.
Use a D.
We gonna use a D.
Am I able to assist with this, or is this because it's like a special thing? It's
You
like
can assist. Would you like to harmonize with her?
Yeah, I'm gonna make fireworks and sparks and...
Oh yeah. So I think you take 1 stress to assist, I believe.
Oh.
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure. That's how
We're
assisting
putting on a
works in this
show
game,
all
right?
together.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a stress, but I get 1 more D.
Yes. And then you're gonna use one of your bonus D.
Yep.
Yeah,
So it'll be
I'm
4D?
getting yeah, so I'm getting an extra 2D on this roll.
Okay.
So it'll it'll be 4D.
Roll your 4D.
You get 4D. A 4, a 4, a 5, and a 5. 2
Okay.
5s, 2 4s.
Okay. Wonderful. That's awesome. It takes a minute, but the music is energizing. And you see Orion and Leona run up the sides of buildings next to you in their transcendent forms. And you see normal citizens pop out of their places and just grab whatever weapons that they can. Some of it's guns, some of it's a cricket bat, some of it's a tennis racket, and they're just swatting it and fighting the blighted creatures. And you see far across the city the glowing forms of other magical girls racing
There we go.
over and jumping on rooftops to try to reach to you and fighting back other creatures. Blight Jason, I believe you have something that you would like to do in reply.
Yes. So as he sees all these puny humans coming together, and just the happiness and joy of everyone, thinking they stand a chance in this new world, he will just yell,
Enough! And use Jason's special ability where you have to stand and listen to him monologue and you can do nothing.
Wonderful.
I love that ability.
Please continue.
People of Polaris, look at what they have done to the city. The soul gems are the cause of the blight. Lies and slander have they poisoned your minds with. Your glorious leaders have tried to protect you. They tried to warn you of what would happen in this scenario. But they failed because of these people. Lies, slander. Bring me magical girls, and I will leave the city intact. This is your final warning.
Okay. Fuck. We will get to that in a bit. What do you all do? Orion is going to go to you, Prismara, and say, he kind of seems like a dick, doesn't he?
He does.
But he was good, right? Like, Jason was a good person?
He was. Maybe we get that Jason back?
Maybe? I didn't know him, I don't know, but if it's got his personality, maybe it has all of his personality. Andy said he was one for drama,
Rebellious, drama.
but he was good too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he was.
Maybe we've been thinking about this the wrong way.
We try to get him to do good? Like Jason?
Doesn't seem like hitting him with sticks is gonna do a whole lot. We're getting overwhelmed here.
I'm gonna pull out the leaf from my notebook.
Okay.
And I'm gonna float up to the giant blight. And I hold this leaf in my hand, and it probably looks tiny, and he has to squint to see if he can, like, see what it is. But I hold it in my hand, and I just say, I remember there was a guy who I was really good friends with who told me to get this and defy all of the rules and defy everything that this city told us, and to go grab this contraband, this leaf, and keep it. And I've held on to it for all of these years because somebody told me that I should pursue what I believe in and pursue knowledge, the thing I love. You were that person. You did that. And I've learned so much. I've learned about you. I've learned about the people you took, why you took them, what that means for us collectively. Because we are in this together now. You know our strengths and our weaknesses, and we know yours. I know that the person that took me to get this leaf is there. And that they told me to defy everything. And here I am doing that. And I just, yeah.
Sounds like either confess or express.
Yeah, I was gonna say defy since I keep saying defy everything, but
I
no.
don't think you're defying.
No, I think express. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that, and I'm gonna add one of my dice that we've been given.
Do you want to take worst position for more effect, or another die, or push yourself for another die? I'm gonna say this is risky and great effect by default.
So, sorry. So I can add my extra die, but take a worse position.
You can take
for
a work position
effect.
for greater effect, and or you could push yourself for another die or greater effect also.
I think I will push myself for. Do I need an extra? For an extra die? No, for greater effect. For greater effect.
Could I use my last free assist?
You can. What do you say to add? Or what do you do to add?
We need a better effect on this.
You do need a better effect on this, but all I can do, I think, is give you. It just counts as an assist. So.
Great effect is already pretty good.
Yeah.
This would be giving you an additional die, I believe.
Okay.
So with the die you're using that you got from Tips, that would bring it from roll 2, take lower to just 1 die, right? Because you don't have any pips in Express.
Correct.
So if you push yourself to get another die, that'll be 2 die. And then with an assist, you could do it to 3.
Also, great effect is the maximum level.
Oh, it is the max.
Well, it
yeah, okay.
is and it isn't.
Limited, standard, and great.
It's the max by default, but you can get more on top of that. Even with rules as written, you can get higher levels of effect. So, but, you know, you do you. So you tell me, Tracy, what are you doing?
All right. I'm going to keep it at the great effect then, or the greater effect, and then I'll add those extra. I'll use those for more dice.
Freya, Watchdog, how are you assisting? You tell me.
Inyar, technically, but
Excuse me.
Oh yeah.
No, it's fine. I have to constantly scroll down and look at how to pronounce this properly.
Inyar.
Inyar.
How are you assisting?
Oh God, how am I assisting? I don't fucking know, Jason.
You have his gem.
I do have his gem. God, there's gotta. I know that. No, what we learned is that we're technically being recycled, and if I have Jason's gem, and I need my dog Jason, and I took the Enigma stuff from the playbooks, there has to be some sort of connection there. Something left there. There has to be. We are both less than 1%, and I think I'm like holding on to where my stone is, which happens to be on JJ, because I guess I'm trying to calm him down or something like that, and I think I whisper it sort of into the stone, maybe also to nowhere. I'm not sure where it goes, but I'm just kind of putting out the hope that it goes where it needs to go. And just say, God, we can't lose to these fuckers. We're so used to climbing and crawling. Dude, I just want to run.
Freya Wong, you are no longer eclipsed. As your trigger condition, when someone shows you something pure and beautiful and you set aside your crusade.
Oh,
Yes! She's not gonna die!
And you let go of the hatred and the anger. And whoops. Gotta move you back. You are more like your normal self again. Prismara, roll your dice.
all right. So position
And,
is
Aki, reset your stress.
To what?
I believe when you get out of Eclipse, you go back to 0. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I think so.
Oh, damn. Oh, she bar.
all right. I rolled a 5 and a 6.
Yo!
Holy shit.
Bless.
Blight, Jason. That is 5 ticks on the clock we talked about out of 12. As I will tell you all now, the Reach Jason clock that is almost half filled doesn't shut down the Blight completely, but they have started to reach Jason. The floor is yours, Chris. What would you say in response to this?
Remove your heart from your sleeve, Celes. It's a bad look for you. Maybe I'll just finish off with Orion. Imagine the things we can grow, Celes. The horticulture of the trees. I need a botanist in my future. Just say the words.
No. I'm not listening to you. I'm not listening to your poisoned words.
Fine. And Jason will just swat at Celes and Watchdog out of the air.
You all get smacked and go flying. Please tell me if you would like to resist this, because it's Forged in the Dark.
Wait,
Go
I
ahead.
have a thing.
Okay, what's your
I
thing?
have a thing.
What's your thing?
On the other side of time.
On the other side of time. I don't remember this. I need to look it up.
When you push yourself, choose one of the following additional benefits. You trade places with your fated person, or you briefly remove an ally or foe from the flow of time.
Okay.
I would like to briefly remove Kaiju Jason from the flow of time so that they don't get hit.
Oh, okay.
So I just imagine this as like Desi like teleporting in front of Blighted Jason, does one of these, and out of time.
Okay, that is super cool.
It shimmers out of existence for a little second, just long enough to not get smacked out of the air.
Push yourself and take the stress, but yes, you do
Is it
that.
2 stress?
It is 2 stress.
Okay.
Blighted
Got it.
Jason goes to smack them, and then you just go and then like concentrate and just, and then they back up for a minute, and then his SWAT continues, but they're not there anymore. Very cool move. That was awesome.
That's my girlfriend.
And now Desi is floating amongst the both of you during this. And I would like to be like in front of Jason's face.
Okay. What do you say to Jason?
You were like a brother to me. And I wasn't strong enough then. But I am now. I need you to come back. So we can talk about girls and go to the arcade just like we used to. I need you to come back. Because if you don't, everyone is gonna die. And we're gonna keep doing this. And I don't want that.
You are muted, GM.
Thank you. Sounds like confess or express to me.
Yeah, I would say either is fine. I also want to note, I kept this on my sheet on purpose. I have 3 links with Jason.
I do remember this. I am going to be totally honest. I have literally no idea what to do about it, but I remember that the entire campaign because every single time I saw them. Let me look. Okay.
Oh, well, it does. One of the spending links. Technically, it does have a grant of 1d to an ally's action.
I have answered my own question in my head. You can't use them yet, but you will be able to use them this episode.
So my Jason links will be useful then. Good to know.
So either confess or express, I think, are both risky and great.
Okay. I'll do express, and I would like to use a die.
Okay.
I have 2.
By the way, I have not been keeping track of the bonus dice that you've all been using. Have you been keeping track of this? We had
I've been keeping track of mine.
2 from Ava, right? And then
I've used 2.
And then 2 from Prismara.
Yep.
And now 1 from Eon.
Yep.
Okay, so we
have
used
13.
5 of 13. So we have 8 left.
Got a 6 and a 5.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let's go.
With great effect, that is another 5 ticks. Blighted Jason, the floor is yours.
You don't know, Desi, what they've done to this planet. You don't understand. I was called God, Gaia, Pangea, and they destroyed everything. Why do you care? Let it burn. Start anew. Imagine the life I conceived. It could be beautiful.
You can't start anew with nothing.
I am not nothing. I am life. I am death. Look at the things I have built. Are they not beautiful? And yet you defy fate. Ironic. There's still time. And out from my body, spores fill the air, as you guys are all close to me.
I'm muted. I will describe what happens, and again, you all can decide to resist. And this is going to affect everybody. The spores get so thick, you can't even see. And the blight creatures get super close to you again. it starts to choke the air out of you, and I would need you each to take level 2 harm, blind and suffocating. Unless you would like to resist that.
I'm resisting that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely resisting that.
Does anyone not want to resist that?
If I resist it, I will Eclipse. So...
Can I protect Celes? That is my promise.
You can. And basically just physically shield her.
Yeah, I won't. So I won't resist, but I will protect. Well, technically,
You're gonna
I guess I'm
resist for her, yeah.
I'm resisting for her. Yes.
All right, everyone roll the resistance, and this is going to be, I believe it is stars, but I'm double checking. 71 again. Sun.
Okay. No.
Oh no!
Take 4 stress, Ava. That puts you in Eclipse,
Ava.
doesn't it? Sorry.
Ava.
Can I spend a link?
Symphony. You can, depending on what she rolls on the Eclipse roll, but everyone else roll your resistance rolls first.
Okay, I got a
What
5.
what are we rolling to resist?
The effects,
spores
the spores.
No. What are we rolling?
Oh, sun.
Sun.
Sun?
Sun.
Sun.
Okie dokie. Ooh! Let's go.
So that's
Less.
0 stress.
I got a 5.
So that's 1 stress.
1 stress. I'll take that.
Ava?
And I still take harm though, yeah?
Yes, you still take that level 2 harm. You are suffocating and blind as you have taken this 4 for Ismara.
I'm gonna roll my Eclipse now.
Yes, roll your Eclipse roll. So you would still Eclipse, someone can spend a link with you to keep you from eclipsing.
Baby, I got 4 for you, so I'll do it.
What do you say? As you see her realize that her attempts to sway Jason, you're reaching him, but it's not enough. And she's breaking. What do you say?
I take a face full of spores. No. I spit a bit, you know, just because that probably doesn't taste good. And I guess as I'm like
vibe change?
rubbing my fucking allergy-filled face, and I look at Ava. I don't know, maybe wavering here. I'll just say, God, not yet. Do it for Andy. You gotta be strong for her, man.
No.
Symphony, you hold on to hope just barely, but any stress you take will make you roll Eclipse again.
Yeah. She kind of strikes a very harsh chord on the guitar and like kind of like, fine, okay.
And I believe it is most appropriate if you would like to make your plea to Jason.
Okay. We're gonna be bold here today on the channel. And I will kind of toss the guitar back, but it will continue to play.
Okay.
But it will slow down to a song that would sound familiar to Jason
Okay.
as she approaches him. Like, just like if he's sending spores, she's just going. But she's not doing so aggressively. And the music is playing from... It was probably a song that they both got so tired of every time they went ice skating together, because that was the thing that they loved to do. and she is trying to forcibly grab his hands to skate with him. She's gonna force this blighted man. I don't know what kind of role I have to make to get him to dance. GM, I'd like to dance with the Blight.
That sounds like
Roll to dance.
that sounds like flow to me.
Thank you, Holly. Holly also tipped 2 stress from Momo.
Oh, thank you to keep me from Eclipse.
Yes, to keep from Eclipse.
Thank you, Holly.
Thank you, Holly.
Thank you, honey.
Oh, and Wayward. I didn't even see Wayward tipped $50 an hour ago with
Whoa.
no message.
Wayward, thank you.
Thank you, Wayward. I was
Thank
just
you,
checking
Wayward.
stream elements. Thank you.
That was fun.
It must have been while we were dreaming.
You are too kind.
I just want a stream of just Chris talking in Blight voice.
Can we do a podcast with Chris where he just uses the
You mean
voice
with the
one?
Blight?
Yeah.
Okay, let me,
Post show.
So I'm
recording
gonna say
of
this is flow, and again risky. Actually, I'm gonna say, God, this is desperate, but this is great effects. Because you are bringing yourself in close, and he could harm you. He could maybe even
could.
kill you if he
Yep.
wanted to. So this is definitely desperate, but it is great effect.
I'm gonna use a die.
To send it
For
to
this.
4, but then you have harm, so it's down to 3.
Yeah.
Do you want to push yourself also? But that would eclipse you.
Yeah. I'm
Or
not
send
gonna-
you to potentially eclipse again.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna do
Okay.
the 1.
So the 3 dice.
Fam, I'm getting real warm.
A 4.
Do you mind, Chris, if I take the reins on this one, and then I will have you respond?
Be my guest.
You are dancing, and you bring him close like you're ice
twirling.
skating, and you
Yeah,
actually manifest the skates, and you're skating around the buildings as the song is going off, and you smile, and he kind of smiles as well. The blight creatures are ripping at you as you're doing this, but you're refusing to let go,
I won't let go of him.
and you're just holding him like you used to, like that time at the skating rink where you were twirling and everyone was cheering and applauding you. And Jason, you are yourself right now in the body of a monster and with psychic control over an army of monsters. And Evangeline Claire is in your arms.
I did always tell you you should be a dancer instead of part of the burn crew.
And she like does a twirl with you.
And I bet you still haven't talked to Desi yet, have you?
You'd be surprised. We had kissed,
All right, we'll need to talk later. Where
After
are
the
we?
dance. Just taking a stroll through Polaris, and she'll swing you both around a skyscraper, like the city center. She swings us around.
Wha-
You remember passing by this?
What am I? What's going on?
You're okay. Hey,
Just focus.
don't want to trip.
Why,
What do you
why,
think is
why do I
happening?
feel so many things in my mind? They're all talking to me, calling for answers, calling for orders. What's Eva, please help me. What's going on?
Get them to stop. Tell them to stop. You can control them.
Stop.
They all freeze exactly where they are.
Why can I control blight dogs?
I don't know. I guess because you're the hero of the story, right?
I can't see very well.
Well, it is kind of a smoggy day.
What did I do, Eva?
You didn't do anything. You just saved us.
Okay. I'm gonna try something.
Are you okay?
No. I feel very tingly and stiff at the same time, like I haven't moved in years. Okay, hold on. Flee.
They start running towards the outskirts of the city.
I think it's working. Eva, keep going.
You're yourself right now.
Right now.
You know, we all thought you were dead. Continues to kind of gently guide you around.
I remember dying. But
I guess you didn't.
But it's all fuzzy.
I don't really know what happened. To be honest with you. But I guess in some way you didn't die.
I don't feel good, Eva.
Why don't we sit down?
She's trying to get the girls here, like, we have Jason, come here. She does like a hand behind her back, like, come here. Because she doesn't know how long they have with him. And she'll sit down with him.
I think Desi just kind of alights on your shoulder.
Hey, Des.
Hey, buddy.
Celes.
Hey, Jason.
You haven't met Freya yet, have you?
I feel like I have.
We're around the same neighborhood, so maybe you've seen me. I've seen you a couple times.
Why am I gigantic?
I don't know how you did that. Probably.
Maybe you don't have to be, if you don't want to be.
You want to shrink down to normal size? That'd be much easier for me. Want to try?
Shrink? Normal size?
You announcing it like it's a special move?
I don't know how this works, Eva.
I don't either. Okay. Just, I don't know, picture it. That's how I did the growing part. And she'll also shrink with him.
But
As
the
soon as we're people size, Desi's gonna hug him.
Is he still crunchy?
I don't know, maybe.
Doesn't matter.
Hey, do you remember this? And she holds the leaf. I still have it.
Remember when you thought you were gonna get arrested?
Yeah.
We're gonna get arrested for much more now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did this.
Not you. The Blight.
But it's still out there. I don't know how long I can control it. Something is off. Something is manifesting in the forest.
Something in the forest.
They're not destroyed.
No, it's not. It's probably clutching to something else.
Jason, this is all very confusing for you,
It is.
but I think you can destroy the Blight, but it's scary.
I want to say to end it, but I feel like I'd be going too.
Not the.
Do we have to? Do we have
The
to
solemn
end it?
nod. Why
I
does
don't
it
there a
know.
way
have
How,
to be
I
bad?
don't know. I don't know how long I can be in this state. I feel it crawling back into my mind. It's only a matter of time before I lose control. Whatever you did worked, but I don't know for how long.
Yeah. We have to.
And let's
We have
go
to
to it.
No, it's
Do you,
it's not as easy. And
Yeah.
he'll pull open his tabard, and you see his blight-stricken, beating heart. You know what you have to do. That's the only way.
The only-
and there's no way to get this.
Freya, we just met, but
coexistence.
are you a fucking blighted, gigantic human? No.
No, I know. I'm just trying to think of a way to not fuck over nature.
Can I spend my links with Jason to restore his heart to normal? I will give you all my stress. I will give you my last transcendent point. I will give you all my dice.
The GM is thinking.
I have 3 links with Jason. I would be also.
I have
willing
3
to
links
give
with
up.
Jason.
I also have 3 links with Jason.
I have no links with Jason. I'm just here for moral support at this point.
I am here.
I'm here.
Frank now regrets giving us links with Jason. although-
No,
Yeah,
no, I don't,
No,
because
no,
I'm about
no.
to give you an even harder choice.
Oh no.
Bitch.
Jason, you think maybe there is a way that they could restore your body? Maybe it's possible somehow using their power, draining their power. Maybe they could restore you somehow. But if Jason's human, then the Blight is free again. But if you kill the heart of the Blight, at least the Blight here, in what was the state of California, then you kill the Blight here. It's a risk. It's not known what could happen. Maybe they restore Jason and they kill the Blight too. Maybe they restore Jason and they're right back where they started. It's impossible to know for sure.
You have to do it. It's Celes. Talk some sense into them.
He's right. We can't destroy it without destroying that. If we bring Jason back, it just... everything stays.
It
Everything
will
that
find
we
a new host. It will redo this all over again. You have maybe 30 seconds because
I will take him over again.
No!
you have to right now. You have to do
You're muted,
this.
Chris. Or you were cutting. Sorry.
You have to do this, guys. Please. I could feel it. I could feel it. It's vines.
Celeste, please.
It's vines. It's whatever
It's-
is seeping back into my brain. Guys, please.
Guys, we have to do this.
Fine.
It's gonna be okay. We can do this.
Des. You saved me this time.
Oh my god.
You bastard. I'm losing
And-
you all over again.
But guys, if you do this, I'll always be in here. And he points to his heart. You guys did this. And I'll always be with you.
Okay.
Um,
God, I'll do it if you guys can't. You can look away.
no.
We have to do it together.
She'll put her
Together.
hand forward, like, so they can, whatever they're doing, their hands can go together.
Orion and
We'll
Leona
grab their hands.
come to you. Orion just grabs Prismara from behind. Leona puts an arm on Watchdog's shoulder.
Can we do this together?
Together.
Together.
We'll see you again someday.
I'm looking forward to it.
Andromeda High?
It's all right.
And you do it.
Yeah, we do.
You dump your energy into the blighted heart. It doesn't hurt Jason. It feels almost like going home. The heart disintegrates from the inside, glowing with pure light, gradually evaporating your body, and you hear the blighted that you sent out of the city all crying out as an explosion of light everywhere surrounds the whole city. The miasma recedes faster than it came. The sky is clear. And Jason and all of the blight around is gone. And as that happens, you look down, each of you, and you see your soul stones disintegrate into dust around you.
Oh.
And you see and feel yourselves becoming your normal selves again. And you are just 6 friends in a ruined city.
It's over.
I guess. There's still a lot we have to do. Half the city is destroyed.
For the first time, at the end of one of your missions, you don't feel the hunger. You don't feel tethered. You don't feel that obligation or the pull of your enemies. You feel just you and human for the first time in longer than you can remember. And if it is all right with you, I think that is a great place to end our mini-series.
Yeah.
We did it.
We didn't.
We didn't die, hoes.
I can't believe it. I really thought
man.
we were gonna all die at the end.
I was
We
really
had-
close.
I really
We
was
talked
gunning
about
for
it since day one that
Yeah.
we weren't gonna make it, and that was really what I thought.
I thought so too, yeah. I thought we were going
Besties, I got so close. I got so close.
Yeah.
You did.
You did.
Bitch, you got real close.
I tell you, I had one move left.
I
If this didn't work.
I was 3 stress away from dying.
Oh my god.
That's
Can
how
you
close I
all
was.
check Discord really quick and give me a yay or nay?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
want to do
good.
it right now or take 5?
Let's take 5.
Let's
Take 5. I need to go cry
All
a
right.
little bit.
Everyone, we are going to do a post-season talks about this miniseries, but I think everyone, myself included, needs 5 minutes to reset. So we're just going to take 5 and come back, everyone, and we're going to all decompress together. So just give us 5 minutes and we will be right back.
Be right back.
Whew, lad.
Oh,
Oh, we're back. Oh,
Hey!
way to do that without
Whoa.
warning us. Hey, whoa.
Got him.
Thank
Raid.
Sorry.
you. Welcome.
Wow.
Welcome,
Thank you,
Raiders.
Raiders. We have literally just finished a campaign and we are going to
talking about
do
We're about to
post-game
talk about
talks about our 8-episode miniseries Eclipse Hearts. And for those of you who haven't seen it, you can watch it on YouTube to catch up. There's probably going to be spoilers, but hey, maybe it'll get you interested in watching it. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for the raid.
thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I don't even know where to start. How are you all feeling right now?
Fantastic.
Like a little boohoo bitch.
Like a little boohoo bitch. We boohoo
In a good
bitches
way.
right now.
In a
Like
good
I'm
way.
surrounded by boohoo bitches.
In a good way, though. In a good way.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
in a-
feeling
in the
good. I'm
best
feeling
way.
good. I'm feeling good about it.
Yeah.
We won because all we do is win. W's all around.
So,
Yeah.
people who have not played Girl by Moonlight, and especially not this specific module in Girl by Moonlight, will not know this, but there is a very specific thing you have to do in order to get the good ending. And yes, please buy this book and play this game.
It's a great book.
So there's 4 modules. There is On the Brink of the Abyss, which is standard Sailor Moon, Steven Universe type magical girl. There is this one, which is Beneath the Rotting Sky, which is very Madoka Magica coded. There is On a Sea of Stars, which is very like Evangelion / Escaflowne coded. And then there is In a Maze of Dreams, which is Serial Experiments Lane / Paprika coded.
Paprika.
Yeah, we got the really dark one. Okay,
We
the
got
one.
the Madoka
the
one.
dark one.
So
The
we
one
did the
that
very
looks-
dark one.
Yeah.
And to win this one, you have to take these things called Cursed Fates, which give you a bonus but also have a huge drawback. And you have to take all of them in order to get to the end called Defy Fate, which gives the group a sliver of hope. But if you don't do that, by default, you lose. Like, you are supposed to lose. You are supposed to have a bad ending where basically everyone dies at the end. Like, that's literally how the module is written, is like, people should go into this game expecting to lose and that their characters are going to die. And it's about the journey, not the destination. But everyone wanted to win, so I said, okay, you will have a sliver of hope to do it. And I will tell you all now, and I'll tell chat, there are only 2 ways for you to win this fight. The first one was to reach Jason and get Jason either kill himself or let you destroy him. And the other, Hockey, you were sharp. You actually figured this out.
Oh yeah.
All of the magical girls basically dissolve themselves, and that would also end the blight.
Damn. Damn.
Fuck yeah.
So if you were able to convince all of them, everyone to basically say, all right, we're all walking into the moonlight together, that would also end the blight. So those are the 2 ways.
Okay, look. When we were talking to Jason, actually, I rolled quietly for myself to see if I would interject as Freya, and I chose not to because Freya's a mother of 2 and doesn't have time for this actually. It was I was because we could talk to Jason. And the blight needs to be hosted in someone, so I was gonna ask if we could heal Jason, and I would just take the blight.
Brother.
I would just trade places with him because I don't have the same existence. As the
Dang.
but I chose not to because who's gonna protect my family?
Speaking of alternate endings.
Dang.
Speaking of alternate endings, should I tell folks about the stuff I talked to you about, Frank?
Yeah. And also,
Wow.
I think this would be a good time, after you do that, Mandy, for everyone to talk about their promises, too. But
Oh, yeah.
go
Yeah.
ahead first.
Yeah, we can go through and tell our promises.
So, knowing that it was going to be the last episode, I was bouncing all these ideas off of Frank to see like what could be done to end the thing because I was like, we're playing the most brutal story and all that. And my ideas were either to push everyone forward in time, or to basically sacrifice myself to freeze time for everyone forever. If there was no way to defeat it, just freeze it. And just like lock everybody in place.
It would have certainly been a very dark ending.
Yeah, I would have been fucked, but I love.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
juicy.
Everybody's having their secret plans of martyrdom.
I didn't have any secret little plans. Don't worry.
I was ready to sacrifice myself to break the
Well,
cycle.
almost
yeah, for
every
sure.
single one of you had a promise about martyrdom. So,
Yes.
That is true. That is true.
Very true.
do you all want to talk about your promises? And so, chat, so you all know, promises are a thing in this game, so that it's one of the things that you make your character is you have secret promises to other characters in the game is like one of the founding principles of your characters. So let's start with Tracy.
Mine, so my promise of growth was I'll learn to protect myself and my friends, and that's really what I did the entire campaign, was just trying to learn about this blight.
Yeah, you
as
started
much
out
we
as
can.
this naive girl and eventually became like this very bold
Yes.
protector and experimenter.
Yeah, which I really like that. And again, like playing the stranger is like that is the role of being kind of like not as, it's a bit more of an outsider role. So I really enjoyed that. The misguided promise was I will do anything to learn about the blight no matter what Desi says. Because that's something we kind of had in our own, the two of us were trying to learn about the blight. And we were like, I think we like similarly, like, don't kill yourself for it, So
Like in the house when Celes, the house is falling and Celes is like, no, I don't have the sample yet. Like,
Yep. Don't sacrifice yourself for this knowledge. But yeah, so those are my promises.
Mandy, you want to go next?
Sure. I have a forgotten promise, which was to myself and to the group, was that I will protect my friends from the blight. And my paradoxical promise, which is to Ava, which is I will find the timeline where my love does not kill Evangeline.
Wow.
That promise really be hitting me. Okay.
Yeah.
I was actually a little bit surprised how early you confessed, but to be fair, Ava kind of forced you into it.
I had to get my treat.
Confessed like
Made it clear that she loved you.
Oh, yeah. Also, while I was flipping through my notes to find the thing, I already showed it to the camera, but I'm going to show it again. I found the gay panic sign.
Oh, yeah.
In my notes.
So cute.
I have promises.
You do. Go ahead, Chris.
Jason promises.
Jason
Oh
did
my
have promises. Oh god,
so
these were so brutal. I remember now.
So Jason's promise was, I will make this world a better place. But his secretive promise was, I will give myself to the blight before I let any of my friends fall to it.
Big oofies.
Damn.
That's why he died for Desi.
Back in the fucking building again.
We're back in the fucking building.
Yeah. And that reminds me, all of the flashbacks that everyone saw and that I did in the campaign, I did hour to hour and a half sessions with everyone one-on-one individually. The only one I couldn't do that originally with was Aki because she was kind of a late addition, but I then had Mandy and Aki do one together so that we could have some flashbacks of how she got incorporated into the group, which you saw. I'm debating whether I want to do those as bonus content somewhere. I'd have to edit them up, but we've talked about potentially doing that because they are there.
Do we want to explain what it is, or do we want to save it just in case?
I don't know. What do you mean by what it is? Explain.
Like basically what we did for chat, I'll just say it. We did like a mini episode of just Aki and I. Establishing like how Desi and Freya met and training together and then making a bargain together, which is what tied Freya into the group when she probably normally would have been a solo magical girl otherwise.
Yeah.
That's actually how I got my promises, which I haven't said them.
Well, you set yourself up.
That's a great segue.
I know. So my two promises were so I had a promise of martyrdom, which was I will sacrifice myself for Evangeline if Desi agrees to take care of my family until the end of time.
Well,
Yep. And my protective promise was I will make sure that Celes can always study the Blight so one of us can finish the job.
oh,
Because
I forgot about that one.
surprise.
I love that one.
That's why I took all the hits for you, babe.
That is why you
I
did
didn't
that.
even put that together. Every
Oh my
single fight you
God.
were
Every
protecting
single
her.
fight, I did.
That's
Yeah.
enthused.
Yeah,
my
every single
God.
fight. Took all the hits for
I
you.
knew that the promise existed. I didn't even think about that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that either.
Girly
That's
pops
making
when
me
I
tear
tell
up.
you that I thought I would die for sure in this campaign because of just all my shit. All my promises revolved around me dying. So I was prepared for it.
And that is,
All
oh yeah, we didn't say what all the classes were. So Celes is the stranger, and
Yes.
then Mandy, you were
Time traveler.
time traveler. Jason is the Enigma, and then Freya is the guardian.
And Evangeline is a
And
harmony.
Evangeline is the
Hello,
harmony,
I'm
and you
the
can
harmony.
talk about your promises now, Evangeline.
Oh yes.
And my promises were I had a shared promise with Celes, and it was that I would never let her do this alone. Because the first time, or one of the first few times I met Celes was when she was transcended. And I swore to her that we'd always do this together. And that we were our first friends. It was very cute. And I needed two conflicting promises. And they were, I'll protect Desi however I can, and one day we'll be together. And those are my conflicting promises.
And
Which
they're
aren't conflicting anymore.
because if she
No,
ever
they're not.
confessed her love, she would die. So
Yeah.
and had in other timelines.
But now
So-
it's not.
Oh my god, I can live a normal life with my girlfriend now.
Yeah, we can live a normal life.
And then I have treats for you, chat, and everyone else.
Yes.
Treats!
We love treats.
So I'm gonna show this, the Eclipse art for everyone, and we will do these one by one.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Look at us.
Let me see a little.
So we're gonna
Yeah.
do some one-on-one zoomies.
Man, the Eclipse forms are the coolest.
They're so sick.
They're so good.
Man, we gotta do something with this art somewhere.
I know.
We gotta show it to the world.
The world
Yeah.
got
Why didn't y'all eclipse more?
Yeah, right.
I
I thought that there would be more eclipsing, but there was not.
Oh my god, look
Wow.
I
at
love
your little feeties.
Celeste's
God.
Eclipse form.
You never pick
It's so
favorites, but
cool.
this is probably my favorite of
I
the
am
artwork.
obsessed with this.
so good.
It's giving very 2B vibes.
It is
from
2B
you,
for sure.
Yes.
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 but with more clothes on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
Give me a zoomy out so I can see the full effect of
yeah.
all of it together, please.
Yeah, like Momo put so I gotta say this, Momo, you
All the
put so many
galaxy under her
subtle
skirt.
touches on all of the
I love the
artwork you do, and this one is no exception. Like
Look at like the void in the background. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Oh my god. I love this Eclipse form so much.
I love Prismara's Eclipse form. It's so
Yeah.
cool.
It's a good one.
yeah, it's super cool.
Love her. We love her.
Yeah.
And so we saw this
This one we
one
did see,
briefly, but
Love
it's
her.
still wonderful.
Yes.
Singularity.
Yeah,
Oh,
singularity.
did you give Prismara a different name for Eclipse?
I did. And I'm trying to remember
What was it?
I can't remember. I can't
wrote it down
remember.
somewhere. I gotta find it.
Also,
I was
Bri,
gonna-
I saw your question. I will get to that after the art. Thank
yeah,
you
I
for
get
asking.
it.
And if anyone has questions, feel free to ask.
Questions.
Yes, please.
So yeah.
But yeah, Eon's Eclipse form is singularity. And
my
you'll
God.
notice if we
Love
do a
that.
little zoomify, you'll notice she's holding something.
Little pocket watch.
She's got the little pocket watch.
She do be holding a little something a little gay.
Yeah, something a little gay, something super gay. And if you really zoom in on any of the art of Desi, if you look at her eyes, they're little clocks.
Oh yeah, they're clocks. Yes.
It's truly. I remember.
Let's see if we can. I gotta go real far in to get this.
Yeah,
Let's
you
see if I
gotta
can
go.
do
You gotta
it.
really zoom.
You gotta really get in there. Because
You
I
gotta-
remember it's not on this one. I don't.
Oh,
believe.
it's not on this one because the
It's
glow
on her
takes
normal
over it. It's on the
Yeah.
normal art and it's on the transcended form
Yeah.
where
Let's
her eyes are literally clocks.
Yeah.
I love doing little details that no one will ever see on stream.
I'm sorry, but I love them.
valid.
I don't know
They're
if this
just
version of this
teeniest
you'll be able to
teen-
see. Yes, you can. Okay, you can see
They're
it.
the teeniest little clocks. You can barely tell.
Here, I'll
But
zoom in even
I
more.
know they're there. Okay.
There you go. Now you can see it.
Ooh.
One thing about me, I'm gonna put details that nobody will ever look.
Yeah, still one of my favorites is when on Jira in the Blades game you made her eyes into like little beehives, honeycombs. Yeah,
It's
really,
one
really
that no
good.
one will see, but now that you know, you'll all look at
saw
Yeah, now
Jira.
you'll see it. And then
I saw it.
we have seen this one many times
eyes of my
and on
characters.
full display. But this is so kindred
This is so
coded, and
cool.
it's so cool,
Love.
so
Yeah.
aggressive, so
want to
dangerous,
be
so
her.
hot.
Yeah.
She's so hot and dangerous. Want to be her.
Oh my god.
Little hearts in the eyes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the hard
yeah,
eyes.
She got
Yeah.
little hearts in her.
Yeah,
Oh,
I always drew Freya with hearts in the eyes, because I like that vibe so much. I love hearts in magical girl stuff. It's great.
Little hearts on the
Yeah.
back of the ears.
If you would like
Yeah.
some fun facts, she so so how am I gonna say this? So Frank told me to tone it down because originally I was gonna get very Vicar Amelia with it. Because I like all the fucked up magical girl shows. My favorite magical girl show is Yuki Yuna like Saves the World, which is way worse. It's
I
way
love.
darker than Madoka, actually. And you can't watch it on things like Crunchyroll. So good luck finding it. But yeah, no. Other fun things was that like Freya's poor. Freya doesn't get to eat much. So if you know what like the what's it called? There is a type of yokai that the story comes from when people don't eat and they like forcibly starve themselves or whatever. There's another mouth that grows in the back of their head and their hair feeds it to them.
yes.
Yeah, that's what they are. It's their
Oh,
extensions.
yeah, you
of
sent
her
me
hair.
that as ref.
It's
yeah,
um,
that as ref.
That is so fucking cool.
Wait, did you-
Futiona?
Yes. Yeah.
Did
Yes.
you say Vicar Amelia like from Bloodborne?
Yeah,
Yes, from Bloodborne.
yes.
Yeah, I was going real.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then other things. This is a mask. She can't move her mouth at all, so it's a muzzle.
Yeah.
And yeah, she was very bite the hand that feeds type. Except now she can't feed herself, and we're all about consuming blighted hearts. There's a lot of fucking meaning.
So much
Yes, very deep.
symbolism.
I love symbolism.
Is good.
You did so good with the art. You did so good with the art.
Amazing.
And lastly, there was a TikTok that we made with this art.
My baby.
But,
This is
so
Requiem.
Yes.
So
Ooh, good name.
There she
Yeah.
is. My sad girl.
It's so
My-
perfect.
My concept is truly I went for the more morose ballerina poses. And
I love it.
I drained her of all her color, so
Yeah.
she's lighter in all of her color.
Look
her
at the
color scheme
details.
is
You can see
incomplete.
through the dress.
Her little
a bit.
peats.
Wow,
Her
look at
little
that.
peats. I took all of the pearls and roses that are in her symphony form, and they're all falling from her. She is losing herself. Because that's what the harmony is supposed to be. You lose what makes you you.
The harmony is literally two people inside,
and
and when you
divided.
eclipse, you become divided. So you can see
Oh
for
my
comparison. So
gosh.
the roses that are there.
So she's supposed to be. Those are technically, because I think someone asked in the playbook you can play it quite literally where the harmony is two people. I believe the inspiration was very much like Sapphire and Ruby, who formed Garnet from Steven Universe.
That is definitely the inspiration.
That is the inspiration for this playbook. I took it a little more, less literally.
More figuratively.
Figuratively. These are both Eva. Those are both. There's not one or the other that is more her. Both are her, and that's put together. They make normal mundane Eva. These two sides. So. Yeah, that's my concept.
Yeah.
E.
The other part of the module is that what you're supposed to do is when you create your character, you're supposed to create two other characters. One just a NPC, and then the other are the rivals. So I would like you all to talk about your rivals and why you made them and what you liked about them.
My rival, I knew, I wanted to base them, or I did base them off of L from Death Note. So I knew that Celes, yes, I knew Celes was going to be, more of the study, again, loner, stranger type. So I thought L would be a good combatant to that, like an L type character who's like also very smart, very also like very socially inept in many ways, but also like a genius and is trying to figure stuff out. So that was the idea that I had in my head. So yeah, that's where I came up with Orion. And Frank played Orion very well.
Thank you.
So
yes.
I love a little L.
Yep.
Truly.
Yep.
Yeah, they all are.
Yep.
So cute.
He is very cute.
Drawing him, I knew. I was like, literally, sometimes when I'm drawing some of them, I'm like, oh no. And he was one of them where I was like, I can't look at him.
Yeah, Tracy was like, I kind of want enemies to lovers. And I was like, oh yeah, can do.
Yeah, that I did mention that too. I was like, I do kind of want an enemies to lovers.
And I was like, and she was like, oh, but I wanted a slow burn. I'm like, okay, can do.
An L type, so yeah.
Yep.
So at first he was antagonistic, and then was withdrawn, and then was warming up, and yeah, I had fun with that.
And then I too, I'm very happy with how it ended for Celes and Orion. They're very Ugu.
Yes,
Ugu
Kat. Her Jeff, basically.
Yeah.
Mandy, do you want to talk about Colette?
Yeah, I wanted like a true antithesis to like everything that Desi is. So I obviously pulled a lot of inspiration from Mean Girls. Regina George was like the primary inspiration for Colette. And their history goes back to elementary school of just, Colette being jealous of Desi having friends and constantly trying to one-up her, and Desi the whole time just being like, why are you being so annoying? Like, I'm not interested in competing with you. And that's pretty much like their whole thing until they get older and finally Desi like responds to it. But yeah, Colette is just a mean girl, just a bitch.
She died real quick.
Actually, I can talk about this because I did the Blades thing where I made clocks for every NPC. Orion's 2 clocks were understand the Blight and find out where the soul stones came from. Colette had 3. Acquire hunting grounds, so kick other magical girls out. Absorb soul stones, which, yeah, she wanted to take people's stones. Didn't work out for her. she
Flew
got
a little
the wrong
too close to the sun, huh?
little
Yeah.
close to the sun and acquire sycophants. So
Wow.
Damn, I was starting to feel bad for this bitch. Never mind.
Acquire what?
sycophants.
Sycophants.
She just wanted hanger-ons. She just wanted people. She didn't want friends. She wanted people that needed
You
her.
want followers, dude.
Yeah, she wanted followers.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Freya, you want to talk about Leona?
Yeah. Okay.
Good
One
offer.
fun fact. I was gonna play someone like Colette originally, and then Frank had to tell me, "Hey, no, wait a minute."
I've already
So,
heard.
yeah. So I kept the same level of bitch that Regina George is, but like
In a different form.
Different form.
yeah. Regina
Like
George.
I was
is
like,
on-
you can be a bitch, but you can't be antagonistic to
Yeah.
your allies. The game doesn't support it that well. And then when you pitched how Freya ended up being, I was like, well, that's perfect. So I
yeah.
liked it a lot.
Yeah. Regina George still on the Freya inspo board, along with like Emily from fucking Until Dawn. So like they like those are like very good personality cores, I think. But Leona, so Leona was really fun. I wanted a rival that wanted me to join their group. Big inspo for that was if y'all seen Oran High School Host Club, and then there's Lobelia Academy, and then there's that tall bitch, and and there's that tall bitch that's like, oh Hardy, you're so fucking like you are a maiden and you deserve to be treated like one. Please come to my school. You know, like just things like that. That was the vibe. I was like, okay, let her be athletic. Let her be like really fucking cool. I was rewatching Black Panther and I was like, oh, give this bitch a spear. And I did. And because Freya had an animal companion, and to my knowledge at the time, nobody else had an animal companion, I was like, my rival should also have an animal companion. And I wasn't sure if we were gonna like each other at all. Like, because it was more so like, I respect you as a person and your qualities, but like that doesn't mean you have to get along with someone, right?
Yeah, with the romance between Freya and Leona was not planned. I think it was after episode 2 or 3. One of your wishes was, I
Yeah,
want to
wasn't
see
the
if I
wish.
want to be gay with Leona.
Yeah, because I
It's
like
verbatim.
her, and I'm like, motherfucker, I think I'm catching strays here. Like, what's up?
It does
And-
happen like that
yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes the romance comes to you.
In the game, yeah.
That's also why Leona had a cat, by the way, because I was like, oh, I'll be a dog, and you'll be a cat, and if it's like so we're like we're very opposite as people.
Yep.
Yeah, but like Leona was so like personality wise was like so much cooler than I thought you were gonna make her.
So cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was
Yeah,
was
I just
super fun.
wanted to make her like kind of too cool for school a little bit, but in like a chill way, not in a douchebag way, you know? So
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
ended up
she was cool.
working.
Yeah, I think
So
we had
cool.
a surprising amount of chemistry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Leona and Freya.
And
so
she was
it
kind of a dick in the same way that Freya was, but in like a I don't know,
A
older
cat way,
sister
a
way,
very
yeah,
cat
catty
way.
way.
Yeah.
But
fun way.
but she meant it in like good fun, not like seriously like Colette. So it was fun.
Yeah.
Momo, do you want to talk about Andromeda?
Oh, yeah. As soon as Frank was like, hey, you gotta come up with a rival, I was like, I'm gonna have a little sister, and she's gonna be the exact opposite of me. If I am soft pink girl, she is hard edge girl. And in our little one-on-one session, it did not start out that way, but Frank kind of
I threw you a curveball in that.
Yeah, in our in Chris and I's one-on-one, when we were gonna go out on our little fun friend date for ice skating, well, Andromeda.
It was karaoke.
No, we went ice skating.
You went ice skating and then you
Yeah,
went
it was ice
karaoke
skating.
later.
Yeah.
when it was just you and I.
Yeah.
Got it, yes.
And Andromeda, she was a little cute, sassy thing.
Valley girl.
Little valley girl. probably a lot like Eva when she was little. And so then that kind of shaped my like perception of, because I hadn't drawn her at that point. And I was like, oh, we need a metamorphosis here. We need her to go from wanting to be exactly like Big Sister to hating her. She wants to be the opposite of her sister. And also I've just known people who have that sibling relationship, and I thought it would be so cute. And I had a lot of fun designing her, especially in her outfit, because I want to look like Andromeda. She's goals for me. What else about her? Oh, and I felt a little strange because they don't actually have a rivalry. I put very specifically in my notes, like, hey, this is a one-sided thing, because Eva may talk down to her a little bit in that big sister way, but she really does love her, and has no hard feelings for her little sister at all. It is all on Andromeda's side.
For Andromeda, it was resentment over not letting her go with her, and then anger over Jason. Because the curveball I kind of threw to, I think, both Chris and Momo, I had Andromeda have this huge crush on Jason and like beg to hang out with them, and I had her super bubbly. And I was like kind of setting up in my head that this situation, because I knew Jason was going to die, would kind of set her down the path that Momo had asked for Andromeda to be originally. So I didn't tell you that up front. I just kind of wanted to see a reaction at the time where you were expecting her to already be antagonistic. But I'm like, no, I think it'll be better if you remember the good times that you had with her when she was sweet. And that'll make it a lot harder when she's being a total dick to you later. So
I know.
Yeah.
What can I say? The teens,
sweet.
the teen angst.
As far as your question, Bri, I'm going to get back to that. The biggest curve the players threw from what I expected to happen, I did not think that they were going to kill or even try to kill Agent Storm. I really did not expect that. I thought that would be a gather information and run away type situation, or maybe a fight and stalemate situation, or that they would get overwhelmed, because Agent Storm was really strong. But they rolled really well in their engagement roll. They handled everything really, really well, and I'm not going to cheat them out of what they earned. So, yeah, they killed her. But Agent Storm was originally going to be an antagonist for at least another episode or two. Originally, like probably till about episode 6, but you killed her in episode 4, so a lot earlier than I thought. That was probably the biggest thing, but it worked out, and it definitely accelerated things with Andromeda a little bit too, unfortunately. Yeah.
What about Jason's inspiration? What was the character inspo? Yeah, what was that character build?
Yeah,
and his Enigma form, the Crimson Count.
Oh yeah, let me show that also. But go ahead.
So
Chris.
When Frank and I were talking, obviously we acknowledged that Jason wasn't going to be in for the majority of the season. We kind of wanted it just to be focused on the magical girls until it came to a head. And building, seeing all your characters, I really wanted to make like an outlier, like a John Bender from Breakfast Club. That was the inspo.
Yeah,
like no one believes in him. He can be a dick. And I was like, okay, like what would be Jason's magical boy form? And I was just like, I was thinking, I was like, what would be really cool? Because like obviously you have like tuxedo mask, and you want to draw that line. But I just wanted like essentially like V from V for Vendetta was this masked character with the Enigma. The Enigma cannot be unmasked unless he allows it. That's like the Enigma's rule. So no matter what, if Jason never died, he could be secret the entire time. And I just wanted someone with exhaustible bravado and amazing charm, because Jason is an orphan, just like Freya. His family, with the stats that Freya was dropping, his family was one of the 70% that died. He was an orphan. He was one of the kids that got expelled from the testing. Even though in our one shots, he had a lot of street smarts, he had a lot of spunk. And I wanted kind of this, I don't want to say forgettable, because I didn't want to play like, but I wanted this kid who, to everyone but his friends, was forgettable.
Yeah.
Like, like only you three, because obviously Jason and Freya never met, but only you three remember Jason. If you went to, if you went to school and you're like, hey, you remember Jason? Probably, the majority of teachers would be like, who's Jason?
Right.
Oh, Jason Cook? No, it doesn't ring a bell. I really wanted to tap into that. And then with the Crimson Count, every entrance in the one-on-ones, like, he wanted to do this flourishing entrance. He wanted to be remembered as the Crimson Count more than he wanted to be remembered as Jason. So that was the inspiration for that. And man, like, who doesn't love V from Vendetta? He's a great character.
So true.
And yes.
I'm sorry, I was gonna say I have a question. I didn't realize you were still going.
No, please go ahead.
What does it say on Jason's shirt?
Oh, that's a
form.
Momo.
That's an Easter egg.
It's an Easter egg for Chris, since Chris was playing this. So Chris loves the band Ghost, as a few of us here do. I was like, Jason listens to Ghost because he's a good man, but I couldn't just put a Ghost logo on the shirt, so I was like, Spectre.
Oh my god, I hadn't even realized.
So Spectre is this world's Polaris version of Ghost. Okay,
I'm dying.
'Cause Jason's a real one.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's for the Ghost girlies. Okay.
I'm dying. I did
Yeah.
not realize
I
that.
tried
It's a
to do
really
it in
good
like the
Easter
Ghost
egg.
font that they have. For the-
I caught it immediately when you showed.
Yeah,
course
he
you
caught it in
did.
like
Yeah.
2 seconds.
He was like, is
Freaking
that
detective.
supposed to be like Ghost?
Is that the Ghost font?
Yeah.
God, that is so funny.
So
And
anyway.
then going into Blighted Jason.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, Frank and I talked, and I from the start, I was like, okay, I wanted it to sound organic, and so that's why there's that kind of that tentacle effect behind his voice, like if it's being generated like by the vines itself that run through him. But also, the Blight is using Jason as its mouth, essentially. And so I tapped into the mouth of Sauron for the inspiration, for the cadence, for the, if you've ever seen the extended releases of Lord of the Rings, that, he makes fun of Aragorn to his face, like, because he thinks he's invulnerable. He's the mouth of Sauron.
Oh shit.
And there's, it's one of those villains that I feel like was so cheated, because you see the mouth of Sauron and you're like,
love the mouth of Sauron, dude.
exactly. And he's in the extended version for like 30 seconds. And
Yeah.
you're just like, wow, that seemed a little wasted. So I wanted to channel that
That's so cool.
as
So
the
good.
mouth of the Blight. And then, someone mentioned it, like, Dormammu. Like, yeah, there's definitely this
Yes, from Dormammu.
is the Blight evil, or is it just like is there antagonistic qualities to it? Of course, it's trying to cleanse humanity, because in its eyes it is the earth, and it has evolved to finally eradicate humanity, who it sees as the Blight on planet Earth. So thank you for the copy pasta.
Yeah, Chris
Hold on.
defending. Is the Blight evil? Oh, maybe just an anti-hero,
Yeah, and so yeah, I wanted to channel in kind of all these questionable things, and make you kind of guess, like, is he wrong for what he's doing? Yes, but are his ambitions wrong? I don't know. He's kind of making a point.
I think he's right. And that's
But
that.
yeah, like, was the asteroid that killed off the dinosaurs evil? Absolutely not.
Well,
It's
that's
nature,
why
you
I
know?
cut that
It's
part of the
nature and
speech
work,
where
baby.
Chris said, I think it was episode 6, like, or 5. Do you ask fire why it burns? Like, no, the blight
Yeah.
is just
That was a good line.
in
Good line.
essence.
Be blighting.
It doesn't feel. There's also a good Stormlight
be.
Archive quote. The same thing. The Stormfather is just like, I am a storm. I rain. I thunder. I destroy. That's what I am. It's the same thing. Like, it's a force of nature. It doesn't. It has become conscious through absorbing people and Jason specifically, but it is still a primal force at its core. So I thought that was great, Chris. I think you really owned what the personality of the Blight should have
Yup.
been. Did a
It was
great
so
job.
beautiful.
Yeah, I wanted, like the scene in the cave with Evangeline when they first meet.
Oh yeah, so
I
good.
I didn't want, like, I'm so happy that happened, but Frank and I did not expect for you to like go in.
Oh,
and
not at
interact with
all.
it.
Not
we
at all.
expected like
One
a
thing about me.
30-second, like, oh yeah, right, of course, Momo's gonna Momo,
One thing about me, I'm gonna go in there.
Yeah.
But like, we expected almost like just like a 30-minute, he kind of goad you a little bit and you retreat. But you're like, I'm gonna go in. And me and Frank messaged each other and we were like, oh boy.
yeah, like
And even Frank was like, are you sure? Because
I was
Frank
like,
gave me
is
full,
I was like, is she gonna die right here? Like,
because Frank gave
Look,
me
I was
full
ready.
reign to like, that's why I was like, I don't want Evangeline to die, but he even said, I forget what he said, but it's like, it's at his behest that you're alive.
yeah, that
right
you're
now.
alive.
He
yeah.
could snap his fingers and you could be just swarmed by blight beasts,
Damn.
And I was like,
Exciting.
I really don't want to kill Evangeline here, but she's really poking the sleeping bear right now,
Yeah.
And then when you were like, I back away, I was like, okay, thank God, because like if you kept poking, I was gonna be like, Frank, what do you want me to do here?
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna be like, you're
Um,
gonna have Jason repeat again, and no one's ever gonna
Mhm.
know what happened to Ava. That would have been really tragic.
I was prepared
Yeah.
for that.
Thank you,
ready.
Momo, for always not being afraid.
I'm gonna take the bait. If you want the bait to be taken, I'll
Yeah.
take
So we are getting late. So Mandy, you should answer that question in chat, and then I want to ask.
do.
I want to ask you all to close out your favorite parts of the campaign. So think about that while Mandy, you talk about the glasses and
yeah.
how you came up with them and where you got them, etc.
So, I don't remember. I can't quite remember what
It's
website
okay
it
if you
was.
don't remember.
But so the question is, will those glasses go into the trophy case now that the story is over? So I actually got these. These are real glasses, by the way. I'm blind as fuck. I need glasses to see.
These are just my glasses.
These are just my glasses. I got these to be like an accessory for like fantasy content and things like that, because most of the glasses I wear are very modern. And then I actually got these for the Ren Fair that we did last year, pretty specifically for that reason, but also because we were planning Magical Girls at that time. And so I decided to design Desi with these glasses on, because I was like, well, I better get use out of these. I spent money on them. So yeah, no, they're not gonna go in the trophy case. You'll probably see them again.
They might
I
not
don't
be
know if
on
they'll be-
character art. We'll see.
They might not be on character art. That was pretty special for Desi. But yeah,
because
I mean,
they're shaped like
I'm wearing the vest
Yeah.
she's wearing right now. I based that part of her design off of this vest that I own as well. So yeah.
A pro tip I learned, if you're ever like doing TTRPG stuff and streaming, it's always good. It's always good to get like to show the artists even references of the clothes you have that you like own, because it's like, I want to dress up as my character, and then it's like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna use this top. I did that for Cantarella also at one point.
Yeah,
and it
I
does,
did that
it
for
helps.
spring and season 2 of Cirque with the
Yeah.
masquerade outfit. I literally was like, I bought the
Yeah.
stuff and then I was like, this.
Yep.
This, please.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, you can see
Yeah.
the clocks in her eyes in this art as well.
Yeah, I was
really
about
well.
to say. You
Yes.
can see it right here in this
That's
one.
probably the best one that you can see it in.
Yep,
is.
there we
Oh,
go.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Wow, that is so cool.
Love her.
Oh my god,
All right.
I love that.
My
Real
queen.
quick question from Venom Jesus. What was the early creative process like for the season 1 and world building of this series? What big ideas were pitched on or considered that didn't end up being part of the show?
So that is a big question. So I will try to condense this down really quick. I was referencing this doc earlier, but there's a thing in Girl by Moonlight where basically players design the world with the GM. I don't want to leave that on the players, so I came up with the idea. I was like, what if there was like Mirror's Edge was the aesthetic, like that should be pretty obvious. But the aesthetic for the government and the future was Mirror's Edge, and I was like, how does a society get to that point? And so I thought about the idea that, this technology and they've acclimated to global warming and yada, yada, yada. But then I was like, well, what if that's actually a lie? And they didn't. So I didn't actually tell anyone that was horseshit until literally now because I wanted to hold something back. But yeah, so basically the questions they asked, like what blight is upon the world, what's its agenda, who is its perpetrators, yada, yada, yada. And I kind of like chose all of the themes that the magical girls are spreading the blight and hold the blight. That's one of the things that the book has a suggestion, like, what are we? What price did we pay for this power? Duped into carrying the blight is one of them. What's your shared obligation? I thought it was great, like university students that are super brutal. Like it came up with the idea for 50% of students fall out every term. And I just showed all of this to players in the session 0, and I was like, all of this sound good? And they were like, yep. And I was like, okay, well then we'll run with it. So I was just thinking about a super dystopian future that at first, if you like look at a glance, is like a utopia and not a dystopia. So that's basically what I wanted. And if you think about it, like if you don't look too closely, it does seem like a utopia. Like they have access to a bunch of technology. Everyone in quotes is pretty well off, but then with all utopia dystopias, it's built on the backs of poor people and labor and all the anti-capitalist stuff that you would see on late stage capitalism subreddit. So we don't need to go into that, but
the one thing I don't know if it was ever brought into the main storyline, but in the one shots, it's discussed that all the parks and everything is just plastic.
It's fake.
There's no flora anywhere in Polaris because they're so afraid of nature. And that just adds to the fake dystopia / utopia feel. And you're kind of like, there's parks with polyester like grass and astroturf and fake like realistic yet fake like plasticized trees. Like this is weird. Like why is like nature a big no-no? And then you hear like anyone caught hoarding flora or fauna will be prosecuted. That whole announcement. So there's those things that you're like, oh, this is a nice place, but then slowly but surely that ice pick starts to chisel away at like, this is not a nice place.
Yep. I tried to, one of the things I told the players, and thank you all of you did such a good job with this. I wanted to show, not tell for most of this. And so the people failing out, everything being fake, the ASA hunting you, all of that stuff, I wanted that to like, as it came up in character for the audience to see it. I really wanted this with this game more than any other game that I've played in a run, because it just felt very appropriate for the layers to get peeled back over time. And I was really happy with how that ended up happening. Thank you all for buying into that, because I know that I kind of had to be coy about some things early on because it wasn't quite time. So yeah, thank you all for that. And thank you, audience. The thing about storytelling that way is you kind of have to think highly of the audience, and I do think highly of all of you who generally watch our shows. So I'm like, I think they will get it, even if they don't quite understand everything right away. So thank you for sticking with that and just using that to theorize. Okay, so closing out, Tracy, favorite thing about the campaign or favorite moment?
I loved honestly, the concert, Eva's concert at the end was just like the culmination of like the relationships we built, and like it was like our like really one of our last big like moments together. Like we came together with our rivals. So yeah, I loved that moment. I thought it was great.
That was so special, and the kickback afterwards, yeah.
Yes.
Mandy?
Say the concert.
I know. It
Concert
was
was
great.
kind of great.
It was great. If we all said concert, I wouldn't even be mad.
Concert was very good.
I guess a close second to the concert because I really like I just it was like their relationship, Eva and Desi's relationship, like really coming to fruition, and everybody else's relationships, and it was just a good night in the midst of a lot of like bad shit. So that was definitely my favorite. I think my other favorite moment was when Desi reveals to Ava that she's a time traveler. And the conversation that they had there. Also, bunnies.
Yes, that was very cute.
That was so cute.
My
And the
bunnies
fact
got
that you
cute.
Very cute.
both got the bunnies IRL to match. It was great. Aki.
It's hard to pick a moment, but I really enjoyed playing Freya specifically because I don't really talk about being diabetic, and I got to play a character who was. So that was really fun.
We didn't talk about that with your character creation, but yes, Aki specifically pitched, I want a service dog that can detect blood sugar levels to raise awareness for diabetes, and that this is a thing. I was like, I have heard of that, and that is very cool. So we should absolutely do that. I don't know how much of that showed in the game, but thank you for doing that.
Yeah, it was kind of fun to do it, and just like kind of even the way like how it was healing people. It's we diabetic people can't take a lot of the same medicine. We actually have to take very specific ones because it raises like blood sugar levels, blood pressure even. So like like hell, the medicine we take are blood thinners. So like wombo combos are like a whole thing. So it was really fun. I also come from a culture with a caste system, so I was able to pour it the fuck up. I don't think you understand how much symbolism is actually packed into Freya. It's also the fact that she's named after a god that comes from my culture, because poor people they name their kids after godly figures in hopes of better futures. So like like there's a lot of stuff about Freya that like is very close to me. So I'm kind of glad that Babes, I'm glad she lived. That's my favorite moment. I lived, hoes. There you go. I lived.
This boohoo bitch lived. I don't know about y'all.
Momo.
I think my favorite more is a culmination, because the concert is a very good answer, and that is mine. But my second is collectively all of the group text conversations.
Yeah, those are fun.
They were so fun. They were so fun to do, and it felt like so real. Like those are 100% like
yes,
where some good but unexpected roleplay came out of like, dude, the way somebody texts in a group chat
says a lot.
Says a lot, and I think we all embodied our characters through group text very well.
Yeah.
Not a lot of games you get to do that because most of them aren't modern. So
so it was a lot of fun to do that. I think mine would be our collective group text.
Chris,
could you imagine if we had texting in Blades? Anyway,
look, I'm gonna be real with y'all.
Oh God.
My favorite part is when you finally caught on, because I'm gonna be honest, I was ready to kill all y'all. I wasn't trying to hold back. So when it finally clicked, like Frank and I were messaging, we're like, are they going to try to like tap into Jason? I honestly thought you guys were just gonna go hard and like destroy this kaiju like thing. And I was like, I don't like, okay, so they met him in the cave and they had him and Evangeline had a conversation. He was out in the forest with, masquerading as the Blight Beast. And I was like, I'm ready to like have some conversation. And then Freya was just like, nah, dog, and ripped him to shreds. I was trying to like give you little bits of like, Jason is still in here.
Yes.
Like when Freya ripped him apart, that was really Jason.
Yeah.
That
'cause,
wasn't.
I mean, you cried out as Jason. Yeah.
Yes, that wasn't the Blight, or the Blight
And
masquerading.
then the pep talk with Desi was another
Yes.
moment, and that's why I literally had you roll to see.
And you rolled a 1.
And you
to
rolled
see,
a
like-
1.
bad.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, I think you rolled double 1s, maybe.
I rolled really bad. I think I only had 1 die. I rolled a 1 though. It was terrible.
And that
Yes.
whole time I'm like thinking, are they gonna realize that I'm following Magical Girl's trope of the power of love and friendship defeating the monster? I don't know if they
Yeah.
will get this.
And Frank and I were
Listen.
like, I don't know if they're gonna like try to do it. And I was like, God, I hope so, because
there was
like,
no
what-
way to physically kill it. Like there was no clock to kill the Blight, like because it's not
Yeah.
possible.
As soon as you said it absorbs parts of us, I was like, either we shove a good part in someone, a good part
Of
from
someone,
someone
yeah.
in Blight, or it's Jason part. So I was like, let me play this up real quick.
Mhm. And so
yeah.
I love how it finally clicked, and that whole scene with the concert and finally hit, the blinders coming off his Blight eyes. What's so funny, Mandy?
Nothing.
There's a new
Oh.
Nightbot coming.
Perfect. But also, sorry, I know we're a little over, but like, I just love playing a villain. It's just one of those.
I'm
now
glad
that
I could
we
get.
have
I'm
the
glad you could do it for the heart of this game, Chris.
There's some good
obviously,
speeches. Yeah.
there's some good speeches. There's some good.
Oh
points.
yeah! Before the campaign even started, he recorded monologues and sent them to me for each one of you.
So because I had it, so like if you guys ever got like quote unquote downed, I wanted to work with Frank that like if you get like assimilated, that the Blight would have talked to you. And if I wasn't here, or if it happened really early on and we didn't want to introduce Blighted Jason, he would just play a recording.
Mm-hmm.
So there are 3 recordings out there for each or 4 now. Yeah, there are 4 recordings out there for each of you where you would have heard Blighted Jason early on without seeing him. So
Yeah.
I
my
wanna
That shit
hear
in our
mine,
second
what the
chat right
fuck?
now.
my favorite
like to
part
see
was
that not
was
happen.
definitely the concert. Also,
Yeah.
it was
was
just
good,
it just
though.
seemed like kind of a culmination of all of the positive things about the campaign to that point. And I was expecting that episode to be sadder, and it was sad because it was after the bad stuff, but then it was just kind of like, I think it was necessary for the story in a way. It was like reminding you about what you're actually fighting for before you had to get down to business and actually start fighting, and everything would fall apart. And it was just like, I'm sure most of us have done this together IRL, where we're just sitting back, talking, drinking, hanging out, talking about stuff, and you can just kind of picture that exactly with the
Oh
characters.
shit! I say when we do that too.
The
Yeah.
vibes are immaculate.
The vibes
Yeah.
are great. But I
Great.
do also want to give a shout out that during the hard episode, and we won't go into it, all of your RP during that really rough episode was some of the best I've seen any of you roleplay. It was really, really good.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do episodes as a GM. I'm not going to do stuff like that very often because that was really rough. I was crying my eyes out, but creatively, I am really proud of what we all collectively did during that episode. And that's going to stick with me
It
a
was
lot.
great.
Everyone did a really good job. And on that note, I believe it is time to let all of you, who except for me and Chris, who are on the West Coast, East Coasters, go to sleep
Time.
before you all turn into pumpkins and don't get sleep for work tomorrow.
Thank you, Frank, for putting together an
Yes,
amazing
thank you,
story.
Frank.
Let's
Frank.
give a round of applause to our
Frank
storyteller.
put so much work into
Yes.
this, clearly, as
put
you all
your-
just heard.
I guess
Yes.
do we get some hearts in chat for Frank?
Yes.
Yeah, let me get some hearts or
Some eclipsed hearts.
yeah, or
Eclipsed
some
hearts in
Nissa
chat.
loves in chat.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
Nissa loves. Some
You
Yeah.
put your,
Thank you, everyone.
put your
Love it,
whole
chat.
It's really
in chat.
nice.
Your giat.
Join the Discord, discord.gg/magirpg. I have a few campaigns in mind. Tell me what you want me to run next, and it will actually influence my decision. Because I have my next one in mind, but after the one after that, I'm debating a few. So, if you have strong
Everyone go bug
opinions,
Frank.
let me know,
Everybody bug
and
Frank,
I
everybody.
will take it into account because I've got a lot of different games I want to play. Okay, that is it. Thank you all so much. Let's before I send us off, let's go to this scene. We have Still Gray happening on Thursday. Please tune in for that.
Yes,
It's
this
going to be
Thursday.
a very, very, very good show.
Be there.
Then be there, and then Slime Quest, which is happening in a few weeks,
Yes.
starring most of the people here. So please join that one as well. But that is going to do it for all of us.
there.
Have a great night, everyone, and see you all back here on Thursday.
It's gonna be all right.
Where are
It's
my
gonna be
credits?
alright.
There they are.
That's
there
all
they
right.
are.
So let's move on. It's all right.
We head for the sky, it's alright. Our wings wouldn't fly, it's alright. If we are crashing down again, pieces of love, it's alright. Scattered in mud, it's alright. You're giving me a lie again. And tell me what you want, this time I won't take it to the